What up, Banditos? Tux has your back, covering Season 8 daily to help you milk every bit out of what this game has to offer. And today we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We are going to be, oops, let's fix that camera. We're gonna be Federal Expressing out our boom booms with an explosive delivery build. Let's get to it.
Accept it, Division. This is a war you can't win.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
What's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? And you're live with Tux, and it's Saturday night. And we got a fun one in store for us today. We are gonna be working on explosive delivery builds. Now, I've set up the build initially just to get us going, but we are gonna piece the final build together with your guys' feedback. I love when our streams go this way because we end up with some really, really beautiful builds thanks to all the communities crowdsourcing of that intel that we need to make fabulous builds. So anyways, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just make sure I'm coming in loud and clear. So if I can get those Tux lives in the chat, that helps me know that you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth and that you're not just looking at my face. Also, I do wanna let you guys know real quick that my game is open, and so it'd be really great to run this in group. Now I can do some random matchmaking, but I prefer not to. So I'm gonna open up my group to open group, okay? And so if you can see at the very top of my screen, it says DeathCab3412. That is my username. So if you are on the Xbox and you want to roll with me today as we are testing out new Federal Express Boom Boom Explosive Delivery builds, then I'm inviting you right now. So I'll leave this up for a minute. So anyways, if you're on Xbox, come in and join me. Okay, also, if you like what I do and you want to support me and the entire Division 2 community, it's really easy to do. All you got to do is hit the like button on this live stream right now. We'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, and that's it. That's all the time you needed. Hopefully you got it done. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do it. And make sure you have those notifications turned on so you don't miss fabulous streams like this one. Without notifications, YouTube doesn't do a really good job of notifying you of live streams when they're popping up, or even new build videos. So make sure you have your notifications turned on so you're getting all the hot stuff. Plus, I'm sending out things like recommended buy lists and you know, new hot tips and stuff like that whenever I have them. So cool. Also, the last build that I put out was the Surgical Super 90 build. This is a headshot. Well, I want to call it a headshot shotgun build, but it's a shotgun build using the Super 90 at longer ranges between 15 and 25 meters. And it's an absolute blast. You got to try it. But the link to that one is in the description area of this video, so you can easily get to it from there. Also, members of Tux's Players Club, your new classified build is around the corner, so make sure you get the miles out of the last classified build I dropped, which is the Nightcrawler build. So if you haven't done that yet, now is the time to do that. The link to it is also in the description area below. And all of you that are at a hardcore Bandido member level, just remember your gamer music playlist awaits for you to either stream or listen to it offline on whether you want to do that on YouTube or SoundCloud. So the link to the latest one is in the description area of this live stream as well. But for anybody that's in Tux's Players Club and you know who you are because you got that cool little skull next to your name, you can find any of my classified builds or my member-only content just by going to my YouTube homepage. Right at the top, there's a members-only playlist, and you can find it all there. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, classified builds are secret builds that are made just for Tux's Players Club, and these are truly extra builds I make as a thank you for supporting me. And by supporting me, you're supporting the entire Division 2 community, because that's what I do, is I support and build up this community. So if you want to help on that front, if you want to support the cause, keep the dream alive, support me, and get access to these classified, really good builds, all you got to do is hit that join link that is pinned in the chat. It will also be dropping throughout the chat feed as we're playing along, and it's also in the description area of this video. Okay, so that's the good stuff. So my screen is up. What up, Millie? Let's see who's joined us, shall we? Shall we see who has joined us today? So who's first on the list? Randy Savage making it up top. And then we got Matt Greek up there, Mentezi and Sick Jim, my reliables and Biko. What's going on, brother? Commander Bloodweiser, good to have you. Bloodweiser, I like that. Commander Bloodweiser, good name. OG Dancing Bear, what up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you've been making a lot of these live streams. I appreciate that. Dave Cortex, Daniel Paxton, Jeremy Paris, what up, brother? What's going on? Tux Live, thanks you for those Tux Lives, guy. Tux Lives, peeps, that really helps me out. All right, and then Dave Cortez is in. All right, so we got somebody joined in on this. Again, if you guys want to play, appreciate you, Dave. So I'm gonna run through the build, and then we'll hit up some control points. It's actually a really good map today, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. So if we got like this is a really good stretch here, right? To run this stretch, like so Backpacks is in the Potomac Park area. What's really cool about this area is that you sort of have a mix of enemies, right? You got some Black Tusk because it's an invaded area, but you also have the Masked, which is Outcasts, and then you have True Sons in these areas. But if you really are farming something and it lands in this zone, it's great because you have all these little activities. You can just literally keep going in a circle and then reset your map. You can farm this all day and get tons and tons of backpacks, right? But also in the East Mall, we got Wyvern, which is also great gear for builds that we're doing as of late. And we got Gila gear in this it's Gila gear in the south. Let me pop up my map bigger. That's in the south, which is actually not so bad now that they buffed the chill out mask, if you happen to have the chill out mask. So anyways, we'll be doing a little bit of that, and then hopefully we also got chess pieces in Lincoln Memorial. So I recommend you staying just in the southern zones tonight and just farm the hell out of it. This is great, guys. We got a couple of days of back-to-back really good farming. So Lincoln Memorial is really easy to farm. You can do it in about 5 or 6 minutes, especially with the team. And then you got your backpacks here and a Wyvern, and then just reset. But you know, even if you want to continue on the Capitol and get those shotguns, that'll be a lot of fun, especially if you're looking for a good Super 90 build. All right. We got some other boys. What up, J Mac? Good to have you on board, bro. Okay, so this is all about explosive delivery, all right? And so this is where we're starting with the build, but we're gonna try a bunch of different things to see what we're after. Now, up front, we're going for some for strength, okay? But in order for this, it's kind of an interesting thing, but let's look at the talent, all right? So check this talent out. Whenever you throw a skill, 1.5 seconds after it lands, it creates an explosion, damaging enemies within 5 meters. Damage scales with skill tiers, dealing 25% to 100% damage of a concussion grenade, okay? At the most once per skill. So if basically what it's saying, if you have max skill tiers, then you're gonna get 100% of the damage of a concussion grenade. So we got basically, let's call that a 2 million concussion grenade. It's about as high as it can get. And let's just make sure it says that. So damages with the skill dealing 25 to 100% damage of a concussion grenade. So we got max skill tiers. So we should have, nice headstand. We should have 100% of that 2 million on our delivery. So basically, there's some really cool things here that we've learned from this event. Okay, so why am I running this build today? Why am I focusing on this today? That's because of the season event, okay? We got a couple of things going on. One is Luna League, right? And so if you look at Luna League, you got explosive kills and hostiles bled. So I'm after helping you get both of those. Now, I finished mine basically in week 1, so I'm not focusing on it this week because as you can see, I've capped out and basically have gotten all of my my rewards. Now, I do need this last blue emblem thing there to get the final cash, which we'll get today, I'm sure. So that's one reason. You got the Luna League, but also for Polarity Switch. Now, if you look at Polarity Switch, okay, it says at the very bottom.
You can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the
skills
steel,
and
if you know what I
grenades
mean.
are not effective. Skills and grenades are not effective. So Polarity Switch, some of these events are kind of a pain in the ass, right? And so Polarity Switch is one of them because you constantly got to switch weapons or else you're not doing damage on the enemy or you are doing more damage on the enemy. And then every time you reload, it changes your color and it's kind of difficult, right? And you'll see that in the gameplay. It really is difficult. It's challenging. But the reality is that we want to play all the global events. You don't want to miss out on the global events because if you do, which ends up happening is you're going to be missing out on the rewards tracks, right? So if we look at the rewards track here, you miss out on all of these. And we've almost peaked out on these two. We just got to get these last two, which we'll get today. But also, you're missing out on these red stars. You see those red stars? I got 35. So for the last couple of days, I haven't been playing this event, unfortunately. But now, what I'm down to do is grind this event between now and Monday night. So on Monday night, this event ends. You see at the very top, we got 2 days and 6 hours. And at the end of 2 days and 6 hours, all of these red stars are lost. Why do we care about red stars? Well, if you're new to the game, then you need to know this. There is a seasoned vendor. He's only open right here when you got that special event activated, or that it's currently activated. And so that means he's only open for 2 days. But in here, you know, you got some things you can buy, but really the things that are really valuable to buy here are the named item caches and the legacy season caches. Everything else is basically crap. I think even the optimization caches are really expensive because of what you get inside of it. You can easily get just by controlling clearing a control point. You know what I mean? It doesn't really add up too much. Anyways, that's my opinion. We won't go into that today. But named item caches are really valuable. I get the best gear in the game out of these named item caches. We're talking the Virginian, the Apartment, the Ferocious Calm. I mean, just the Dark Winter. I mean, anything that's named, even if it's in the Dark Zone, the Death Grips, the Murakami's named Emperor's Guard knee pads, the Hollow Man mask, all of this stuff is included in these named item caches. And look at that, they're only 8 red stars. Now, sometimes you can get crap in here and get stuff that you get all the time, and sometimes you get these really rare items, and I get both. But, you know, on average, I get 2 or 3 things that I really like out of about 20. And so what I do is I like to get 20 per event at least, and that increases my odds of getting something that I like. Which means that, you know, the rewards track is going to give you 2, so I really only need to earn 18. But either way, if we just round up, I need 160 red stars. So that's a grind. And so you really want to have builds that make these events easy and fun, because this is one of the harder events. And later, we're going to get some really fun events in this season. But right now, we kind of got the harder ones stacked up front. The not as fun events. We'll say it that way. So running skill builds is going to make this event a lot easier and a lot fun. So we've seen the endless seeker mine build that didn't use hardwired. We saw the max explosive build. So both of those are fun to run. And today we're going to be running the explosive delivery build. Lots of fun to run. Okay, so as you can see, we need 1 piece of China Light, which is going to give us that 15% explosive damage. I got skill damage, skill haste on here. You need lots of skill haste because the idea is to get double explosives, right? So this is what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to throw out our seeker mine, and then it's going to explode, and then it's going to roll to its target and explode again. Then we're going to throw out our this is the stinger hive. It's going to create an explosion on where it lands, and then it's going to send out its hives to attack its target. So this is one thing that we've learned. The stinger hive is considered explosive damage. So if your stinger hive kills the enemy, you're going to get an explosive kill on top of the explosive delivery. So this is a double explosive skill, and not many people know that. You understand what I'm saying? The stinger hive is explosive damage. It's explosive damage. So if it kills your enemy, you're going to get double you're gonna get an explosive kill. But anyway, so that's why it's a double explosive. So it's an explosion when it lands, and it's an explosion when it kill. And the same thing with this. This is obviously an explosive, but they're both gonna apply bleed, so you're also gonna get bleed on that enemy. All right, so for the backpack, I'm going with the force multiplier, skill damages, and double skill haste, but we're after that perfect combined arms, which is gonna give us 30% more skill damage as long as we're tagging enemies, we're shooting them. And that only lasts for 3 seconds. So I'm running with the test subject. It's way easier to manage with these kind of builds because your hands are gonna be busy tossing out skills. So every now and again, we're gonna try to pop out bullets as much as possible to keep in sync active. It only lasts for 5 seconds, so it will be a juggle. But that's our best bet. Now for the secondary weapon, I'm actually gonna run the Sweet Dreams in case we get, rushed by a non-elite. I'll just tag him out of the game. And then we're running Demolitionist. That's giving us an additional 10% explosive damage. So that's why I'm running that. We're also gonna ignore explosions when we get hit by one from time to time. The mask is Wyvern for the obvious reasons. It's giving the skill damage, and I got skill haste on it. And then I'm running a second piece of China Light. I don't know if I'm going to continue to run this after we're going to try it out, but this is giving us some more skill haste. Skill haste is important. As you can see, we're down to 14 seconds on the Seeker Mine, which is pretty good. And then I'm running one piece Grupo, which is giving us basically 7.5% explosive damage. If you look at it that way, 2 pieces gives us 15% skill explosive damage. And so we got skill tiers, skill damage, and skill haste, and then I got a second piece. I wish this had skill haste, and it doesn't, but this is completing that 15% explosive damage buff or brand set bonus. So that's the thing. That's what we're running. There's not much to look at in the talent, so I'm not really gonna show you anything here. We don't got any armor on kill or anything like that. A little bit of armor regeneration just because I have this one stat here, but I actually don't really want that. So I think we got a full house. All right, I got my banditos. You guys look like you're ready to go, so let's go kick some ass. Let's start off with this control point down here. And let's see if we get some gear. What up, CD Stanley? Black John Wick and Warrior Cowboy. Good to see you guys all back. Dragon Miskovich. What up, my man? Dragon, are you in the game? I think you're VL, right? Am I right? Dave Cortez, Millie. Yeah, I already said what's up to you guys. I think Dragon's VL, if I got that right. Trying to remember my names. Let's make sure I got everybody added as a friend to add friend. So he's in one of the Tux clans. GB, which Tux clan are you in? Good to have you on, man. True Bandidos. Okay, you're in Clan 4, I believe that is. Xbox Clan 4, right on. No. True Bandidos is not 4. Super Bandidos is Clan 4. I can't remember which one True is. Got more clans than I can remember at this stage. Yeah, if you guys are interested in joining a Tux clan, then yeah, we're already friends. I invite you to do so. We got a lot of clan leaders right in the chat feed, but also you can go on to Discord if you want to connect. So we got clans on PC and we got clans on Xbox and PlayStation, multiple clans. So all really active. So tons of fun. So let's see here. So let's do a little test trial, huh? So we got to tag these guys and then toss this out. See that white circle? So that was the explosion. And it gave us a bleed. And then we need to tag that. Boom! Thinking about. So the thing is, like, you kind of want it. So I got to get used to this. It's been a long time. I used to play with this a lot. So that, yeah, our explosions did the job, guys. So I used to play this build a lot, like back in the day, you know, I haven't used this talent since then, so it's been a while. But part of the things I remember, like, you want to keep picking up that hive and throwing it. I mean, literally, you don't even need stingers. You can use it like a seeker that way if you kind of figure out how to use it. You know, so you don't. So what I suggest, I guess, is what I'm saying is, like, don't throw it out too far out because you want to keep part of the strategy with this talent is to keep picking it up. So you see those explosive kills that we're getting out of that? That's absolutely amazing. So then what I'm gonna do is go pick this bad boy up and then throw it out again. And we're gonna get that explosion. You see what I'm saying? So you basically got, look at it like this. It's like having endless concussion grenades, but the enemies do a poor job of rolling out of this one. You know what I mean? And so don't worry about the cooldown on the stinger, because again, the stinger is just a bomb. Like, here it goes out again, throwing it out again, and I'm throwing out my seekers. So we're gonna have double explosions. Look at them all up there. So don't feel like you have to run like the BTSU gloves or whatever. You only need one stinger to activate it. So there, I got one stinger. I only got a couple stingers, but that's cool because I want that explosion to land. Remember, that's a 2 million explosion. So it's not a weak one. You know. Ooh, they're throwing a big grenade at us, huh? You see that grenade? So it's absolutely amazing. So here comes another run. Let's throw it again. So you basically look at it like this. It's like having unlimited cooldowns, right? It's like having unlimited cooldowns because you don't need this. You guys are getting it, right? You don't need the stinger hive to be full to use that explosion. So it's almost like having unlimited seekers or concussion grenades. I mean, I like comparing it to seekers because the enemies have a harder time kind of rolling out of it. So I thought about, like, so we're gonna experiment with this. We're not done with this, but this is absolutely fun. I can already feel the power of it. You know what I mean? We're managing that crowd. It's a crowd control. We're managing that crowd because they're kind of always panicking from that explosion. So let's throw our seeker out towards the other guy now. What up, Big Papa? Oh, I left my hive up there. Oops. Don't do that. Oh, I think I threw my hive instead of my seeker. And then remember, you're not done with explosions. And then you gotta find your hive. Like, where is my hive? Where is it? There it is. What I was gonna say? Oh yeah, don't forget that you have your grenade launcher too, right? Surprise, motherfucker. So this build, you're absolutely gonna get your explosion kills really quickly. Throwing out my hive again. Look at this. You're gonna get your explosion kills really quickly. And so that's why I said it's also gonna be a little bit hard to be using your gun because your hands are pretty busy, as you can see. So we got other things to try. Like I was thinking about if we use the Memento backpack, we're gonna get an armor tier. It's actually kind of cool to run armor with this kind of build so that you can do sort of a little bit of face tanking, if that makes sense. Kind of like trying to face tank the enemies a little bit. As you're kind of running up with your hive, you know, you have to get out of cover to throw that sometimes to get like good distance on it, you know what I mean? And so the Memento can help with that, give you some bonus armor from time to time, armor regen to recover. Also give you that, you're gonna get that skill tier from it. Okay, where is it? There it is. And there's gonna be that. You're gonna have a hard time finding out figuring out where you're. You see that? Like, they have a hard time missing that. Just, you know, don't just throw a random in anticipation. Use it like a grenade. You know what I mean? So like I think a lot of people are used to like using their hives as like, they throw it out in front of a door knowing that the enemy's gonna spawn out of it. I mean, you can do that, but just throw it out right as they spawn, you know, just kind of hold your bucket a little bit. They don't anticipate it as much, you know? See that? You see that? They don't, it's not like a concussion grenade where they're like constantly rolling. Look at the range on it. I mean, it's got some serious range, right? Serious range. Oh yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this build. You know how it is, like sometimes when it's not exactly a brand new build. I mean, I think it's new in the sense of like, the talent has been around, but people haven't used it in a while. I mean, when's the last time you've seen somebody focusing on an explosive delivery build? I can't remember, you know? But I think like when people did focus on this, we didn't have the Empress set at the time. You know what I mean? It didn't exist. So that'll be sort of something new. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there has created a 3-piece Empress explosive delivery build that's just, you know, probably hasn't gotten a lot of attention. Sucker. All right, so there's somebody on the other side of this. Let's see where we can spy him. There he is. Okay, I think the explosion's too far out, but hopefully he gets the stingers. Chase him down. There he is. That'll get him. Sucker. Oh, that chicken shit. Like he ran away over there. King Slayers, what up? Chevy Muscle, Russell Frazier, what up? James Eaton. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the build before we make changes. But tons of fun. Tons of fun. We're just trying to kill this one guy. I'll let these guys finish him off so I can show off the build here real quick. So this is the initial build, and I'm already loving it. Like, it's like, run with this, just like it is. Don't change anything. It absolutely works. It's an absolute blast. I mean, So we got basically the highest explosion you can on your concussion grenade. So explosive delivery is based off of this. So you can get, if you have 6 skill tiers, you'll get 100% of your concussion grenade damage onto that explosive delivery. And so that's why I say look at it like a concussion grenade that they have a hard time rolling out of. So the difference between explosive delivery and a real concussion grenade is that they always roll out of your concussion grenades. And they have a real hard time doing that with explosive delivery. So basically we're getting 2 million out of explosive delivery, and that's the talent. So it's got a little bit of a delay on the explosion. Keep that in mind. So you want to anticipate just a little bit, because as you can see from that gameplay, we have no problem doing that. The explosion, it says that it gives a 5-meter radius, okay? And apparently that 5 meters is really big. So 1 piece China Light, you're gonna need 1 piece China Light with the explosive delivery talent. Now for the masks, again, we got the Wyvern, all right? Skill damage everywhere. We got the 2 pieces Grupo. I think that's a nice addition. And then we got a 2nd piece of China, which we may or may not lead, but that's helping with the skill haste. And we got the Force Multiplier with Perfect Combined Arms for 30% more skill damage. And then I'm running the Test Subject, right, for Perfect Instinct. We'll keep that. And then we're running the Demolitionist for 10% more explosive damage. And then I'm using the Explosive Seeker Mine because it applies bleed, and that's helping with the current event. And also it's got a short cooldown, so I like it better than the Cluster Seekers. And then I'm running the Stinger, which counts as explosive damage. And you can pick it up and throw it, and pick it up and throw it. So it's like having endless explosions with this thing. Okay, so what I think I want to try next, okay, is one, I want to put on the Memento Backpack, right? And the reason why I want to do that is because the Memento Backpack gives us 30% skill efficiency when we have it stacked. That's a lot. So 30% skill efficiency also includes skill damage and skill haste, right? And status effects. So we're going to give that a whirl. We're going to lose a little bit of some of those buffs up front, but we're going to pick them all back up as soon as we get this thing fully stacked. So let's grab that skill haste there. And so I don't want to make too many changes up front, but I am interested in getting rid of this 2nd piece of China Light as well. But let's see how this works. We also have the waveform that we could try, right? So we might roll to that as well. So the waveform is just skill damage. So, you know, the Memento Backpack is better. The problem with the Memento, as you guys know, is that you got to kind of build it up, right? It's not going to be immediately powerful. But one thing is we picked up that armor core as well. And the cool thing about the armor core is that it makes us a little tankier, and which is good because it allows us to get out of cover just a tad bit more and throw out that that skill. Okay, so let's head over to there next, boys. Let's go take on some True Sons. I'm gonna pick up this gear before I head out, but feel free to start heading over if you're done. It's not bad tech support on Wyvern. Might already have it, but I end up deleting things over and over again just for space issues. You guys know the drill. Hey, if you haven't hit the like, be sure to do that. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. So, who's got the highest number of red stars? Anybody got any high numbers on this event? Who thinks they got the highest number of red stars on the current event? Love to hear that. I'd love to hear how far behind I am. Because I'm probably really behind. Because I've been creating builds that just weren't really conducive with the event. You know what I mean? It's hard. Like, what I don't recommend, guys, is like I don't recommend like face tanking type builds with this event, because you have to switch weapons every time you reload. You change colors, and basically they're immune. You know. Geisha boy. Good tip, Geisha. Yep, colorblind mode works really nice. Puts a ring around your stinger and your heals and all that stuff. Shane Miles, what up, brother? Cash money. All right, and if we can catch one of these warhounds, imagine what this can do to a warhound convoy. Just imagine. The only thing you have to be careful with is that, because of the current glitch of the warhound, you don't want to destroy the tank, so you don't want to get your hive radius to reach inside there. So you have to keep that in mind. You might choose the sticky bomb instead. But the sticky bomb doesn't work with explosive delivery, so I'm not sure what else we got. Hive and Seekers. Hive and Seekers. So let's see here. Let's pop a shot at that guy, catch him on fire. Get those guys at those. Tally ho, motherfuckers! Explosions everywhere. Look at all of that. Alright, we need to go find our hive, get some trophies. Where's our, which one's our hive? There it is. So there's actually, the game drops a lot of special ammo, so be sure to use it. I mean, it drops more than you think. Sure you're using that shit. We gotta get rid of those turrets, huh? Nasty little turrets. Oh, he rolled right into that. So what I'm aiming to do here is to get all those trophies so we can figure out if we like Memento with it or not. Whoa. Must have been those, that turret, that nasty turret there, huh? Let's drop our... Something shooting at us from. Yeah, it's that guy in the back. I better heal up since we got a team down. Boom, motherfucker. See that body? Nice. I like that about this game. They did a good job with the explosions, right? I gotta, that's interesting, see, Commander. This is interesting what you just said there, that you're using, like, because you can't, because there's no reload, so that's kind of a good thing, but you got to change the polarity anyways, and so you just kind of switch back and forth, is what you're saying? I've been thinking about that. I actually almost did this live stream on an LMG build. But I thought this would be more fun. Just because the LMG wasn't quite... I love the body flying thing. $46, Parker, that's not bad. OG Dancebeard's got 60. All right. Can anybody top 60? He's got more than 60 red stars right now on this current event. Or not that you haven't collected, but who's earned more than 60 stars on this event? So I'm saving my Seeker, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, you want to throw it right at them as much as possible, right? So I'm gonna double explosive. I'm gonna throw 2 out. He's gonna think about rolling. Yep, he rolled a very smart direction, didn't he? You see that? Like, he rolled really good anticipation there. Nice job, boys. I wonder if you can kill yourself. Can you? No. So that's good news. That would suck if you. I was wondering that. Of course, when you don't use talents after a while, like, you forget, right? Again, unlimited explosions, so just keep your hive near you. This guy's trying to annoy the hell out of us by running around like a madman, huh? Look at that. They always dive in the right direction. That's incredible. Which way is he gonna roll, you think? Nowhere. You got sucked into it. Just distracted. So I think we're gonna have another wave, right? Where did these guys go? Jesus Christ, they don't like the stinger, huh? I mean, look how far he ran away. Jesus. There you go, got him. Boom, we went right into it. It kind of sucks. The memento kind of sucks to have to, because look, I mean, like, it's still not full yet. I mean, I'm running with the team, so, you know, you might have a different experience if you're running it solo, you know, because the team are getting kills and, you know. And so, it's going to take a while to get the max effect on this build. So I'm wondering, but once you get it, you have it, right? You maintain it. It's just maintaining it from there. Where's that rifle? Oh, right over there. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. Oh, that's my guy. Done. Got him. Oh yeah, they don't like that at all, do they? Oh. Come on into my hive circle. There it is. Where's my hive? Does this happen to you guys, or is this just like a tux thing? Like, I'm losing my hive a lot. Like, where's my hive? Okay, it's used, so. Just the confused soldier look. So I don't think NSYNC is gonna work with that initial explosion, by the way. It's sort of its own thing, you know what I mean? So it's not based on skill damage or anything like that. It's based off of, again, the skill tiers help it, but it's not based off of that. It's concussion grenade. It's basically a grenade. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think in solo this would definitely play out differently, but I think in group play, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the memento. I don't think I am. It just takes. I mean, we got halfway filled up for one control point. I'm used to having full mementos quickly. You know. But the skill efficiency is nice. But we could also work out the skill efficiency So you want the skill efficiency because it just adds up to being a lot of things. You know, you get skill damage, skill haste, and status effects, which are all helpful for this build, you know? So I think what I'll do is probably take off the memento. So this is what we got right now. So this is the build change that we made, but let's try putting back on the other one, combined arms. Let's get rid of that, what was that? Well, we'll keep that one. But let's go on putting on. This is sort of an outer cover build a little bit, so I don't know if I want calculated, but it's something to consider. But let's go and put this one back on because feel free to throw out suggestions, guys. There's no bad ideas. So, well, there might be one bad idea. So don't give me that one bad idea. Just kidding. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Put on the wave. Let's put on the waveform because we're using both skills all the time. So I'm cool with that. And then I'm gonna put on the other groupo here. Okay, so we're still getting that double groupo. But that might be overkill, you know what I mean? If you just like kind of take the combined concept of like the constant explosives, don't look at it. Maybe you don't have to, this is just one way to look at things. Maybe you don't have to focus on just one explosive, but the aggregate of all the explosives, you know, because it's the constant throwing out of explosives. You know what I mean? And that's sort of why skill efficiency might be more important than these two pieces of Grupo. Like if I ran two pieces of what do you call it? Empress here instead, or Empress International, you know what I'm talking about? Like run these, let's see if I have it somewhere here. This Empress International, running 3 pieces of Empress International. So like here and in here, I'll lose a little bit of damage, but instead I'll pick up a bunch of more, you know, efficiency. And just by throwing out, because it's not a little thing, guys, that we're able to have unlimited explosives. It's not a little thing, you know. It's sort of a great thing. And so, I guess what I'm saying is like, you know, to lose 5%, because basically what you'd be doing is you'd be trading. I think you'd gain in the end, right? You would gain. Well, let me see, because we'd have to replace the Wyvern too, or the Hannah, but probably the Wyvern. So lose the Wyvern and these. So we'd lose 25% damage, 15% of which is explosive, which is multiplicative, and then skill damage is not. So anyways, we lose 25% damage, but we'd pick up 20% damage in exchange. So it would be negative 5%, multiplicative stuff aside. You know what I mean? Multiplicative stuff aside would be down, but what we'd pick up is that skill efficiency, and I think that would, in a build like this, is way more important than, you know, a little bit more damage, because again, it's the frequency of which we are throwing things. What is this? This is like, I hate propagandas. I avoid propagandas like the plague. I stopped doing propagandas a long time ago. Hey, you know, it reminds me though, when you got events like this and you're doing control points, make sure you feed the control point captain, the control point leaders. You know how they take donations or whatever. If you got the resources, do that, because that's going to give you a little bit more XP. And remember, you level up with XP, and leveling up with XP is going to give you more red stars. So that's your tip for the day. You're not going to get any more. Just kidding.
Old age should burn and rage close of day.
Yeah, King Rex, does that? Do you think? I don't know if that would work. The problem is that I have King Rex baby's got a good idea.
Because their words had fought no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night.
I don't know if that works, but you know,
Rage.
it would also work with. I think it would work with. Let's see if we can get over both. Boom. Because it says interacting with your skill refreshes cooldowns, right? And so, yeah, I guess that would work. Every time you pick up your your hive is be considered an erection. Yeah, I think you're right. My problem is, though, the truth, to be honest with you, is I don't have rigor. You know, rigor is just not, you know, sort of a one-trick pony, and so I don't have a lot of rigor pieces. That's my sort of problem. I would totally like to try that, though. It's a great idea. Let's not go left. I mean, let's not go right. Let's go back left. Let's see, which door do you think we're gonna come out of? We usually come out of these two doors. They don't always, though. It's not a guarantee, but I would love it if they did. Making our way back this way, aren't they? There you go, gents. A little special delivery. FedEx some explosions up your ass. Yeah, I kind of talked myself into that. That efficiency side of things. We're definitely gonna try that next. Not sure if I have all the pieces, but get some explosion kills now, huh? Oof. Thanks for the backup, boys. Got good backup here. Here we go, right up top. Let's throw them a seeker. Oh, that was too late. Pick up our hive. Ugh. You know, I'm really curious on how this would work out in like District Union too, you know what I mean? Like, I play District Union a lot. I think it would work out. The whole catch is being able to get out of cover, though. You know what I mean? See, this is perfect because you. Oh, look at that! They're not coming out. There they are. Oh, fuck! That bleed should have stayed on him a little bit. Hey, King Rex, that's a good idea. You're full of good ideas, King Rexy. Why aren't you part of the Players Club? Or you should, are you part of our Discord too, by the way? Got a couple of good ideas there. The Acosta's backpack could be a good one, as he points out. Throw out the backpack at the overcharge. Because the Acosta's backpack is, happens pretty fast. We could also do the BTSU gloves. And give everything to those overcharge, for the overcharge purposes as well. You know, so we can try that for sure. There it is. He actually died from that drop. Good ideas. Good ideas. Let's see who else threw us some. Sorry if I'm not reading all of them because I'm trying not to die at the same time. Let's see. Percussive maintenance, which is tech support, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. Like,
Incoming hostiles detected.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, it lasts 20 seconds, so the duration is nice. But I don't like losing it to the to have to run armor. I mean, Alps. You know what I mean? The Alps thing kind of. We can tag from the back. There it is. Nice kill. But you know, I like the idea of going tanky with this somehow. Like, how would we? You know, I don't know if we can. I don't know if it'll work because we might lose too much. But you know, being able to get out of cover and still have strong grenades. The unfortunate part is skills with explosion. I mean, with skill tiers. So we would need. To run technician to buy us another armor core, and I don't know if that's gonna do the trick. You know? Oh, you're in my little circle. Congrats. There's still so many directions. That's what's cool about these builds, right? Like, there's still so many directions that we can go. Like, the overcharge thing every 90 seconds, plus buffing the team with the, like you're saying, with the gloves, the Acosa's go bag, and then that would actually get us to actually use our real grenades on top of that, which is a big plus too. Speaking of real grenades. You gotta use that because otherwise you get too much you're throwing ammo away. I've been using my specialized weapons more now than I have ever before really in the game, which is a good thing I think because, you know, they're making so many changes to the specialization stuff. Where's our man down there? Got a couple of them down now. Uh-oh. Where's that guy down there? Is he upstairs? Yeah, I see you. Heal up. Lots of bleeding going on, huh? It's the one thing you wouldn't there's I mean, having tools in your tool belt, lots of tools in your tool belt is pretty important, but we also have to, there'll be like a reality to things, right? Like I mean, we're using our skills a lot, like literally throwing them out. Like, so how practical, I don't know the answer, I'm just putting it out there. Like, how practical would it be to actually overcharge the BTS, using the BTSU gloves? Would it be annoying? Because then you're not throwing it out because you're too busy breaking it, you know? I don't know, but these are things we'll have to find out and use easy changes, right? Nice one.
Supply room access.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, the foundry set would be nice. Or you know what else could be cool now that I think about it is future initiative, right? Trying to bring future initiative into it, and like I'll be honest with you, I can never get future initiative to work. And not that I haven't tried, but it's just sort of like, oh, instinct just seems to be better, you know? So I run into that a lot, but the idea of future initiative, right? Put on more armor cores, less skill tiers, and then as you kind of get more kills with your weapon, then, you know, you get future initiative giving you more skill tiers. The problem is that by the time you get those, they degrade really quickly, and then, you know, you gotta have a lot of high DPS. Gotta be using your gun a lot to go with it, I feel like, to try to keep it constant, you know. otherwise they drop off, and then you gotta win them back with your gun, and then you get them back, and then they drop off again. And so you got this really inconsistent activation of Future Initiative, which is like, well, you might as well just have gone with In Sync and got the most out of it, you know, out of your damage side of things. Plus, Future Initiative doesn't help your weapon, and usually with skill builds, you sort of got a weak weapon. So I feel like Future Initiative is just a nice thing to have with, I guess, a DPS build that's got a couple of skill tiers on it, you know what I mean? Let's see here, junk. Look at that. When you're in backpacks, they love to give you 511. They love to give it to you. Skill has a kinetic momentum. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting right there, because you can roll skill damage and then roll like a healer with a turret, and then you got a little bit of armor, so you kind of tank a little tanky too. These guys already leave. Let's see if they want that. If they don't, then cool. But a couple of good ideas. Cool. So he doesn't want it. So let's go to the next safe house, and then I will change to the next pieces, because you guys have some really good ones. Yeah, Merciless is great. Like, yeah, I saw that video. It was a really nice little video he put out. But the unfortunate part is the Merciless damage doesn't count as explosive damage. I mean, it appears to be explosive damage. It used to be explosive damage, but then they changed it to technically weapon damage. So it's amplified damage with weapon damage. But let's try the overcharge thing. I mean, so that was a waveform that felt pretty good. I mean, to be honest with you, before we were running the second piece of China, I can really tell the difference between the waveform and the two-piece China. But technically, this is the stronger setup. This is technically the strongest setup in the game for explosives, minus the explosive delivery talent. So this is the strongest explosive build in the game on paper. Well, and in gameplay. In reality, it is. The only thing is, like, you would run glass cannon instead of explosive delivery for this to be the strongest. So let's take off this, and then let's try. Let me see if I have my BTSU gloves here. No, I need to bring them in. So let's bring those bad boys in. All right. So let's try. I mean, it makes sense to use these. You know, we're gonna pick up some skill haze, so it's worth a shot here. So we got so much to do, right? I mean, look, we can use these Empress, right? Bring in skill efficiency. There's so much to do. There's so many ways to go. Like, I'm almost overwhelmed. Because there's so much to do. Like, we got the Bellstones, right? So we can put armor on regen and armor on kill, you know? So we can do the Bellstones. Go the slaughter route, if you guys know the slaughter route. Slaughter skill builds. So, but before we had the Gruppo, so I can bring the Gruppo over here. I'm gonna take off this Gruppo and then bring this back to, oh, actually, we gotta keep this Gruppo because we're gonna put on the BTSU gloves. So there we go. So we're maintaining our double Gruppo for explosive damage. We're maintaining all of our damage, actually. So we haven't lost any damage, except for, you know, we're now exchanging the waveform for, I'm sorry. The waveform for overcharge. So look, let me just make sure we're on the same page. So first of all, we can get 50% Hive skill haste, or we're gonna get more drones, basically. We're gonna get more drones more often. And then detonated Hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds if that's skill tier 6, which we are. This effect also applies to all allies. Allies receive this effect are unable to benefit from 120 seconds. So you can only buff your team skills once every 2 minutes. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't use a BTSU gloves for myself all the time, but we can give ourselves overcharge unlimited times, isn't that right? Or are we under the same 120 second condition also? Anybody remember that? But let's give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. Let me know if you remember that. Let's rock and roll. Let me flag this. Oh, who wants to go down there? Who wants to go to the choke? Why the choke? We can do the choke in a little bit, unless we have a reason why to do it right now. Selected by who? It doesn't say. Anyways, let's do this real quick. Because it's got Wyvern. That's why I'm after this upper East End. These boys are ready to go. I like it. The poor man's Regulus. Yeah. I haven't been able to get the Merciless to work for me. It's not... I mean, I've run the glass cannon route. It's not the handling. The handling is easy to fix for me. Like, you know, most of you probably figured that out too. But it's the power. I just don't think it's strong, you know. And so I have a hard time with that gun. I pick it up every couple of, probably once every like 3 or 4 months, I should say. And like, it's just like, it's the handling part. It goes, you know how it goes tink tink. Tink, 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 tink. Like, I don't like that. I like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's the sound effects. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it's just like, it's part of why it feels crappy. It's the design of the weapon, you know? This guy, huh? Jesus Christ. Get out of here, dude. Okay, we're gonna use that. Got something on my flank.
Reinforcements in place.
I'm gonna detonate my hive here. So there's my hive detonated. Ah! Throw that fucking thing.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
So do I have unlimited overcharge myself? That's the part. Or am I subject to the same? Oh, I missed that. But so if I detonate that hive right now, do I get overcharge? That's the question. I can't remember. No. So, I don't think so. So, I'm under the same minute 20 restrictions, even though it only says allies. I hate when they do that. Why don't they just say you and your allies are under... You know what I mean? Like, why did they make it so fucking vague? Like, horrible description. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, let me just make sure I'm clear what I'm saying here. Like, if I were to read this correctly, it says, detonating a hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. At a skill tier 6. This also applies to all allies. But it says allies receive this effect are unable to benefit it for another 120 seconds. But what about me? Can I have back-to-back overcharges? It didn't look like it according to that test that I just ran. It looked like that. Okay, so I was in the time limit there, so...
Dead agent needs assistance.
Sometimes, John Edwards, good question. Sometimes you are. It is true. It is true, but not consistently. You know what I mean? Like totally. Like that's a good assumption, and then based on like how other talents pan out, but not consistently. There's some that say, you know, that I can't think of one off the top of mind, but there's some that say that speak to allies, but then it's not true for you. But yeah, for some things we are definitely considered allies, right? I'll try to remember one, but it's probably gonna take me a minute because. Oh, I hate when it doesn't like that. Ooh, that turret. The turret across the way over there. J-Mac! Somebody save J-Mac! Save J-Mac! Save me! Save me! Screw J-Mac! Save me! Just kidding. We'll get him. We'll get him. We're making it, J. Making our way. Be all right behind you. That was a bad throw. Fuck! It hit the roof.
Target is near you, Agent.
Target.
Immediate medical assistance needed. An agent needs assistance.
Oh, there's some sort of what do you call it? Bounty. All right, we're alive. We're alive. Where's that convoy coming out of there? Getting something to suck on. I'm gonna overcharge that. The body leader. I'm waiting for a sacrifice, huh? Right there on top. The song is sort of perfect for what we're playing right now. Like the pace that the song is versus the pace that we're fighting. Oh, there's the boss.
Agent down. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
More? Jesus H. Stand to herd, boys. It definitely keeps them back too, you know, not just the damage side, but you know, just kind of distracting them, forcing them backwards.
Target is nearby. Supply room access unlocked.
God damn, they're everywhere though. There's a bounty like right by us. Somebody must have ran into the snitch. Should we take out the bounty and come back and get our gear? Let's do that. Yeah. Like we almost need like a
Control point nearby.
like a thesaurus for their language, right? Multiple meanings of a single word. Okay, thanks King Rex baby for confirming that. That's what it felt like too. So we're considered an ally according to the BTSU gloves. That's what it seemed to be doing too. It doesn't read that way, but that's the way it is. What the fuck? They're shooting me while I'm in cover. Where's that coming from? Oh, there he is. Not allowed to shoot me in cover, man. Against the rules. Our survivability is pretty good, though, I gotta say. For having no armor.
An agent needs assistance.
Where's this pointing me at? Back? Yeah. Ooh, good fire. I need more grenades. Because one of the benefits that the hive gives you is sort of gives you, it's got a ghost of a cloaking effect a little bit, right? Because, I mean, they shoot at you a little bit, but as soon as you drop that hive, they're major distracted. Where is this guy? Oh, okay, he came out behind this thing. What are we looking at? Over here? I'm guessing it's back here. Yeah, this big old group of dudes. Was that it? Did we get it? Is this guy still alive somewhere? Other side. I see him. Back to where we came from. I guess. No, I haven't, but that would also work. This is what I found about the biomask. Like, if your build does a really good job of killing them, like, quickly, like fire builds, for example. Like, fire builds, I find don't work that great with the biomask. Because the biomask is sort of a slow way of killing, you know what I mean? And so... it's good for like riot foam builds or like blinder builds, stuff like where the skills have absolutely no power. But otherwise, you might be better off. Gonna overcharge this thing here. Right into that explosion. Cool. He got devoured. See, Striker's health, whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel like with explosive builds, I mean, if you're trying to kill from the bleed, I mean, you could try. I don't know. But like jammer pulses, riot foam, blinders, like the skills that are like pure status effects, I feel like that's seems to be the best use case for me. But when I'm running like something with serious damage, like, oh, there's another guy alive. Okay. Jesus.
That's another one down.
It's like one long ongoing fight there, wasn't it? I mean, you could do it, so you know, just to add another layer of. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I'm just saying, like, think about what your intentions are, but it totally would work. It totally makes sense. You're applying the status effect, you know, for sure. This thing is coming from me. I can feel it. Totally makes sense, but you know, I'm not sure I want to do it. I think it would take away from a slot that I would rather have for, you know, either overcharge effect or more skill haste or skill efficiency. You know what I mean? Like. But it would help, like, with these guys like this, who'd be, like, on his last leg. Like, he's on his last leg right there. Like, the bio would help with that. You know what I mean? But we have bullets, too, so our bullets would also help with that. You know? But if you got, like, 10 enemies on their last leg, then the bio makes more sense. But... it makes so much sense when you have no power, right? Oh, God. I have to destroy that. I need to head back to that the sinkhole, guys, because I gotta get my crap. There's a lot of gear laying around, and yeah, I just can't have wasted gear. But yeah, so there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, you just gotta think about, like, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to kill him with the bleed? And so I found, like, when I was running with some of these builds, like for these speed runs, I was like, the biomask can help, but I might be better off just running, like, on the status effect build to just run a one piece of wyvern and get more skill damage out of a skill that's putting out damage, you know? But you're right, Ginger. You're right, though. I mean, you just brought up a really good point, a good argument there, which is that, well, it's also enhanced by explosive damage, so technically you're getting, you know, more use out of your explosive damage. So that's a very good point, you know. Might be worth trying. I feel like, though, next, though, but we might try that. Here, let's just see. I think the next route, I think I want to add is skill efficiency. I want to try the skill efficiency route. I mean, the BTSU gloves route was nice. I didn't feel like it was a game changer, but it's definitely a nice to have. You know what I mean? I think that's the reason why it's not a game changer, because the way the initial build worked out, it was so strong. I mean, the first build we ran, ooh, that's a nice one, isn't it? I'm gonna share that. Some people really like that rifle. Really like that rifle. Let me share it. Not that one. the MDR. Some people really like the MDR. I'm not a big fan of it. Just, again, it's a handling thing more than anything. It handles well. It just doesn't, it's just not my style. But some people really, really like that MDR. I think it was a Division 1 thing, right? I think people fell in love with it from Division 1 and then kind of stayed in love with it over here. Lots of gear over here. Jesus. But that's a nice walker right there. Status effect skill damage. That's a great little hybrid piece. Wyvern, what is that? Knees? I'll pick it up just in case we need it for this series. You can never have enough Wyvern, you know. Ooh, that's a nice Wyvern mask. I might already have it, but I'll pick it up. Let's check. I like the Wyvern crit pieces. So as you can see, I have the Empress versions there. Remember, 2 pieces of Wyvern will also work for this build because you get the status effects out of it too. Wyvern with Overwatch isn't bad, guys. If you want a skill support build, that's actually not bad. I mean, I don't like really the talents on it, but not bad. So I'll mark this. So I'll go ahead and mark the next control point, guys. You can head over there whenever you're ready, and then I will meet you over there as I slap together the new build. So minor changes is what we want to do. So amazing builds, though. Amazing builds. It's all about this talent, okay? Explosive delivery. Again, after you throw a skill, 1.5 seconds later, it's going to explode. It's a 5-meter range on that explosion. And we're getting 100% damage out of our concussion grenade. Now, earlier we had a 2 million concussion grenade, and we still do. So we got a strong... So each one of those explosions is 2 million. And again, you have unlimited explosions because you pick up and throw, pick up and throw, pick up and throw, pick up and throw. And so we just tried to BTSU gloves to see how the overcharge would work, and it worked great. I mean, it worked fine. I just didn't feel like it was a game changer, you know? So, but it works great. You know what I mean? Like, totally go for it, try it, see how you like it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But, I don't know. I'm almost, like, I guess if I had a choice, like, from what we ran before, I would probably go with the first build that we ran. The very first one, I think, is better than this one. And I honestly couldn't tell the difference between having the waveform. So the last build we ran was the waveform. The first build was without the waveform. I couldn't tell the difference between the two. I'm sure the waveform was stronger. I just wasn't feeling it. But let's try Empress, okay? Let's try Empress. I'm really excited to try that one. I like running Empress for that skill efficiency. Again, skill efficiency is going to mean more... basically hives, more. We're gonna get more status effects, we're gonna get more skill haste, more skill damage. I don't like that one. Let me see if I got a better one. Yeah, that one's better. But if we run this, then we couldn't run. Let me see, we might need to run it here anyways, just for, I mean, I could put the China, oh no, we don't want a China light. We want, let's see here, where'd it go? So, I mean, I don't like the armor regen. That's a waste. I'd rather have that, literally, I'd rather have that skill haste. It means a lot to me to have that skill haste. So we could try that. Let me see. And then we run the Wyvern piece that I just picked up. And then I could run a skill damage there. Or we could also run a second piece of Hannah U, which I do have. It just might be in my bag. The second piece of Hannah U is the same thing as a Wyvern. It's gonna give you 10% more skill damage. We could also get rid of the Hannah U altogether. And pick up that 15 piece. So one way to do this too, actually, for damage reasons, you know, is drop to regular. First, let me pick this up real quick. So Wyverns. There it is. So there's that second piece of Hannah U. So one way to go. So many ways to go this build with explosive builds. There's so many ways to go. Especially when you're looking for efficiency things, right? So we could go skill haste, which is really nice because, again, more hives. There we go. That's gonna give us, that's like running a Wyvern there instead. So we could run this. We could also get rid of the perfect combined arms and drop down to regular combined arms. Okay, so by doing that, Let me do that. I do have that here somewhere. Hold on a second. But I have a China piece. An Empress piece. By doing that, we can pick up the 15% explosive damage. I'm not sure exactly which one's better. We'd have to like measure it somehow, but let me just grab this piece. There it is. So, combined arms is multiplicative. Apparently, it's been tested, and so that extra 5% does mean a lot of damage, you know. But I think in this case, we could, if we drop the Hannah and pick up our Gruppo, I think we would net positive more damage. Put our 2-piece of Gruppo back on. So let me see where gloves. We like our gloves though, don't we? Let me try to figure out which one's which. So we have Gruppo here. Our best Gruppo gloves are here. And then we have another pair of Gruppo gloves down here. So this pair of Gruppo, unfortunately, has got like a crit on it, which I don't like, but you know what I mean? But I think for testing, you can see how that plays out. You see what I'm saying? So we got 3 pieces of Empress, which is giving us 20% skill damage, okay? So that's 10% skill damage and another 10% skill damage inside that efficiency, which also has skill haste and status effects, which are really important for this build. And so by running that, we get a lot of extra perks, I guess I would call it, right? And what we sacrifice for that is 5% of combined arms damage. And combined arms is nice damage, so, you know, that means something. But we put back on the 2-piece Gruppo, which is making it really strong, you know. But we might be better off, actually, let me think it through this, putting back on the Gruppo, taking off the Gruppo and putting back on... Yeah, I mean, we could do that. We could put on skill hate. Let me see, skill damage. Yeah, I'm thinking about efficiency things here. Like, we could put back on the waveform holster. You know what I mean? Let's run it this way, though. Let's run it this way. Let me quickly recal a couple of things before we make it happen. But, hey, if you haven't hit the like or subscribe, make sure you do that. That'd be really cool. Good way to support me and the Division 2 community. But also subscribe if you haven't. And remember, we got some really cool builds that I put out. I got 3 build videos that went out this week, or two build videos, and then one was that that convoy, that resource convoy, the Warhound convoy, which was pretty cool. So check that one out too. But the links to the latest build videos are in the description area of this live stream, so you should check them out. Also, we got the latest classified build called Nightcrawler. Check out the promo on that right now. Yeah, really fun build. So if you haven't had a chance to run that and you're in a Players Club, do. If you're not in a Players Club, then it's a good time to get involved. And then your next classified build is just around the corner, guys. And again, classified builds are the extra builds I create as a thank you for supporting me and the entire Division 2 community. So just click that link. It's at the top of the chat feed, also in the description area. So here we are. Okay, so I just re-rolled a couple of quick things just to get things in order. So we're now doing the 3-piece Empress. So I want to check out how efficiency helps the build. If we're able to get more, you know, kills and status effects and all that other stuff, and then if we're gonna notice it. So skill haste, skill damage, skill haste, and then we still have 2-piece Gruppo. Unfortunately, this 1-piece, I mean, you know, what would we be better off with? I guess, you know, I could roll. Roll with the Gruppo over here, and we got the armor regen, and then do with this other Empress piece that I have, which also has armor regen, I think. Or I could put the Wyvern down here too. So here it is. So you know what I mean? So we lose some skill haste. But if I put actually, now I think about it, if I put the Wyvern down here, which is not as good as my Mask Wyvern, but it's not as much as a loss. Where is it? There we go. So then do that. And then, wait, did I get that right? No. No, because we're not running or whatever. Yeah, so I think it's better the way I originally had it. Okay. So we got one wasted slot, you know what I mean? Confusing. I don't know. I know. I'm just confusing you. Taking you in circles. Okay. I'm doing it on the fly. Give me a break. There we go. That's a better way to go. Okay. So we got 3 pieces. Skill health, skill damage, skill efficiency. Again, efficiency is really good for skill builds, right? Skill haste, skill duration. We're not using duration really though. But status effects, skill damage. So this is giving us 20 pieces skill damage by running 3 pieces Empress. Now we don't have perfect combined armor, so we lost 5% of that damage there in exchange for that. But we're making up with it by continuing to hold on to our 2 pieces of Grupo for that explosive damage. And then we got, here's our second piece with skill damage and skill haste of that Empress. And then here's our third piece. And then of course the same chest piece. So yeah, so what we added was a bunch of skill efficiency. Let's see how it does. Appreciate you, Wayne. What's going on, my man? What is up, banditos? Hope you're having fun. Hey, so earlier I asked who's got the most red stars on this event. I think we're at 60. Anybody got over 60? Oh, we gotta try the Acosta bag too, huh? I hope I have the Acosta bag in my stash and not on my other character. The Acosta bag could be interesting. The Acosta bag could be really interesting, and the reason why is because it's given us an opportunity to use our backpack more. I mean, our grenades more, You know what I mean? Especially if we throw on, like, if we actually change the specialization to, whatchamacallit? Survivalist? Like, if we go survivalist and get those fire grenades, those are pretty cool. You know? Obviously, we lose explosive damage, but fire grenades are really, a really cool way of, like, pinning enemies down, and then you throw your explosives on them, double explosives on them. So you burn them, they sort of stand there in just kind of panic mode, right? But now we lose 10% explosive damage, and explosive damage means a lot because it is a multiplicative stat. So that would be painful to lose our explosive damage, but we do get those fire grenades, and that means a lot, especially because we'd be getting extra fire grenades with the Acosta backpack. So that's fun. If you're not first, you're last. Come on, boys. I like speed. No, it's funny because, you know, when I say stuff, you're not first, you're last. Like, if you're running through these areas like this, like, sometimes you stir up their hornet's nest. And if your squad is behind you, then they get their asses kicked. I'm coming in, GB. And it sucks to die out here because you don't have any support, right?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, I'm down. Oh, we'll get our asses kicked back here. That's why you want to avoid street fights, man. Street fights suck. Because if we die here, we're going to have to run all the way back. And run through the shit all over again. It's like a shitty place to die. Just you got to use your ninja skills. If you have a hard time running from A to B, you got to use your ninja skills. Don't run through the enemies. You end up in these fights that are just annoying because you don't get any gear or XP really out of it. It's just random NPCs. They're just there to annoy you, basically. You know what I mean? No XP, no good gear. A big pain in the ass.
Vital signs, 0.
Yeah, I'm just gonna respawn him. But it sucks because I hate running, so it's like, you know what I mean? And if you have your memento, Geisha boy, you got 155, you little rock star. Right on, man. So that's what I go for. I go for 160 every event, guys. Every event I aim for 160. So I can get those 20 named item caches. Now I don't technically need that many because the rewards track gives you 2. But, you know, I go for somewhere around there. Which build, Geisha boy, are you relying on to that has helped you get so many? Because if you put on the wrong build, not that there's a right or wrong build, but you know, if you put on certain builds, the event becomes frustrating to the point where you won't play it, you know. So really, one of the tricks to getting a high number of stars is having a really fun build. And by fun, I mean like it works, it's effective in the event, right? That you're not dying all the time, because I haven't even noticed. I forgot the whole polarity thing, to be honest with you. I completely forgot about it until I'm mentioning it right now. Like, and so I'm focused on those explosive kills and those bleed kills, which is Lunar League. That's not polarity, right? And obviously, I mean, I see their colors and stuff like that, but I'm completely ignoring all of that weird, annoying stuff. The stuff that you hate about polarity, I completely forgot about. Like, it's not bothering me whatsoever. Because the only reason why I'm shooting them is just to kind of finish them off, really. You know? So, oh, look, here's a squad that we can bomb rush right here. So our skills aren't affected by the event, so they're basically, you know, we're just using that gun a little bit. All right, let's get back in. Who's on the flank? Oh, she's annoying. Oh, she ran away. Where is everybody? Is somebody behind me? I'm confused again. Alright, let's get up into the action. So the other reason why I like this build is you sort of play out of cover a lot with it, right? Hey, little wildly rascal. Oh, this fucking got right on our ass. Look at that. Oops, I didn't want to throw that actually. Where is my highlight? It's gone. Okay. Good news. Whoa, she was sneaky. That's annoying how they're able to do that, huh? How they can like dive and then like decide not to dive like midair. And then they land like like cats. Like, you know how like cats, like they land on their feet even though like you throw them upside down kind of thing, you know?
Incoming hostiles detected.
Where'd they all go? Really? Chickens? Professor, we're running the explosive delivery build. I'll show it again. But it's got the talent called explosive delivery on it, and it's sort of like, I think it's our 4th build now that we're running of it. So we're trying different things out, see which one we like better. But it's really fun, totally fun. Because you got basically, it's like having unlimited seeker mines almost. That don't chase, but you know what I mean, like the whole throwing of the thing, and really great for like spawn killing or groups, you know, big groups, big targets. Nice glove. Give us more build diversity there. Nice LMG. We're working on those. Don't need vigilance on Hannah. Yeah, I was saying to the group earlier, like, I really used to love this build a lot. A while ago, like, you know, before Eclipse Protocol days and before Empress days, and just not remembering why I loved it so much. The reason why I'm running it is because of the event. It's just, I'm looking for events that make this polarity switch seem fun, and skill builds are a way to bypass it. And since Luna League is still active, basically explosive bleed builds are even more powerful for the event, right? So that's sort of what's behind why. And then also I got this piece, and I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last Tuesday, I mean, this chess piece I'm running was for sale. And I recommended you buy it because I was saying that I was going to make an explosive delivery build. And it just turns out that now is the week where we're doing it. Get me out of here. Totally fun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that build version, but it felt like I still think the first one was the better one. You know what I mean? I'm still feeling like I'm going by feeling, not numbers. You know what I mean? Like skill cooldown, skill efficiency. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. Reload speed with pummel. That's nice. So I'll show you the build in 1 second. Just give me a quick sec here to clear this stuff out. So, let's see. I'm going to save that one for a minute. Bag's already full. Before I started this thing, I deleted a bunch of stuff, by the way. So, it's annoying that my bag's full. So let me show you the build real quick for those of you that are just hopping in. So really cool build. Again, it's all based on, we're building around the chest piece, which is one piece of China Lai. You know, it could be a Wyvern, it could be a Hannah, or it could be an Empress, whatever. But we're running, you need one piece of China Light, and we happen to have it on our chest piece. And this one's got explosive delivery. Now, explosive delivery, whenever you throw a skill 1.5 seconds later after it lands, it creates an explosion that's 5 meters big. And it's, if you got max skill tiers, then you're gonna get 100% of your concussion damage. Our concussion grenade is at 2 million, so we're getting 100% of that in each one of those explosions. So basically, because your hive, it has nothing to do with how many stingers you have. You can pick up your hive and throw it as many times as you want. So you only need one stinger. So basically, you got a 2-second cooldown on that explosion, and it's unlimited. And so on our other one, we're using the Seeker, which this one has a 15-second cooldown, which is a little bit slower than our first build now that I look at it. So, but between these two, you are just really busy. You're barely using your gun. You're constantly throwing these things out. And what's also interesting is the Stinger counts as explosive damage, which is helping us get those explosive kills for the Luna League event. So both of these are applying bleed. Both of these are considered explosive damage. So for this build, I'm running a 3-piece Empress. But again, this is our like 4th build iteration. So here's our main piece of Empress on the backpack with combined arms and skill haste and skill damage. And then our 3rd piece of Empress. And then we're running 2 pieces of Group Row, which should both look like this, but I got a wasted slot. So this is for that explosive damage. So tons of fun, tons of fun. We've tried the waveform. We've tried the memento. The memento would actually be a good one to go with. Just not really good in a group scenario for this build. And so it was just taking too long to get our stacks up on the memento. Like one control point, we were halfway filled. So that's just not my pace. But there was nothing wrong with it other than that. So you could totally go with it. Especially if you're playing solo, I would recommend the Memento actually. Because having that armor regen would be really helpful on this. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna switch things around because I just didn't really feel like that did anything for us. So my next change is gonna be to put on the waveform, pick up some damage, and then I'm gonna run a second. I'm gonna get rid of the Grupo. Yep, you heard me, getting rid of the Grupo. So I'm gonna run that second piece of China for more skill haste, and then for the gloves, I think I'm gonna run the Wyvern. Actually, I want that one, and then I can delete that one. So, there. And then what I'm going to do is run... Oh, we got a couple of moves to make. Sorry, let me put back on the Hannah. Boom. So that the Hannah's giving us that perfect combined arms, so I feel like we were missing that. So there's that 5% back. Okay, and then... So, 2 pieces of China is giving us skill haste. And so... But let me move some things around because we might want I might have a China mask too. I do. So let me put the China mask on, and by doing that, I can run a second piece of Hannah again, and then that's going to give us more skill damage there. And so then we got the Wyvern. Okay. So basically, what we're doing is putting on a lot more skill haste here. Let me take a look at it though. So we got rid of 2 pieces of... So what I think is happening, I think this would be more damage, right? Because we're running the waveform. I mean, if you had 2 pieces of Grupo here, it would equate to more than this. So we could go back to that, but this is going to be more skill haste, which is what I like about it. With the setup. I mean, the other way is... I don't know if it's going to be a big enough change for it to make sense, but we're going to give it a whirl. You know what I mean? Like, we got to try it because it might just be a small change. So I'm going to mark the next thing. These guys are already there. And then go ahead and kick it off whenever you guys are ready. Whenever all 3 of you are at the next control point. I'm just going to re-roll my gloves real fast. Phoebe Leo, the man. What's going on, bro? Phoebe Leo LD man. Ladies man, I get it. I get it. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for loving the builds. Thanks for trying them out. Oh, gotcha. Okay, you got all your directives on, huh? Right on, right on. So I think what we're gonna do... I see you, Geisha boy. I see you. Nice. I think what we're gonna do is have to try this in some of District Union Arena, at least the first 2 checkpoints in District Union Arena. I'm curious to see how it would pan out. It's the gloves, I think we need to change. There we go. We're gonna put on skill haste here. I think that's the only stat we need to fix, right? Skill haste, skill damage, skill haste, skill damage, skill haste, skill damage, not max, but whatever. Skill haste, skill damage, see that? So let's see what our skill haste got down to. 14 seconds, so that's good. It's basically the original build. Now we might be better off with the 2-piece Grupo here, okay? So I'm just testing this. So 2-piece Grupo here and then putting the Wyvern on the mask. That's where we started, basically, if I remember right. And I think that's probably the better way to go. But let's just see how this feels. All right, CD Stanley. If I have a slot open, man, I'm gonna pull you in. What up, Waxy Devices? Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. This build is a lot of fun. Totally recommend you guys run. If you haven't run, now if you've been in this game for a while, you've probably used Explosive Delivery. They were really popular, and it's just been a long time since I have, but loving it. Totally worth it. Those guys are just sitting ducks down there, huh? So this isn't one where you want to use. You don't want to use your. You want to keep your hive sort of close to you, right? And just kind of keep throwing it out and bringing it back.
An agent needs assistance.
Where's our man down at? Guys, get him. Where is he? Oh, he's up. He's up.
Reinforcements in place.
A lot of time out of cover, which I always appreciate too. Kind of keeps you on the move. Helps you not get pinned down. Helps you live on the danger zone. Highway to. Ooh, we see ya. That was nice, huh? They were all grouped up there, so we got tons of kills happening there. Boom! Good time in there. We gotta throw some bombs on these fools. Bombs over Baghdad! Bombs over Baghdad! Yeah, I'm no Lana Ray, but you know. Alright. Here's a heavy boss. Let's blow him up. Ooh, he's good at rolling out of shit though, isn't he? You doing, chicken shit? Oh yeah, I was gonna hurt right there. I mean, if you think about it, like, let's look at that skill, that talent. Like, this has got 4 million up front. Well, and then it's got the waveform kicking in, right? So I'm not sure what its actual damage is, but plus 2 million, right? Oh, if we had this at that spawn point, that'd be awesome.
Agent down.
You kind of, I mean, you can get pretty fucking ninja with this thing, right? Just ninja these fools. Sneak up to them, right at the little spawns if you know, and then just like do this kind of shit, you know? Throw a little secret right over. Yellow. There's a boss gonna come out of it, you think? They're probably taking out the other side. Sometimes when you ambush a spawn, they'll take them to the opposite side. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. I've been noticing they've been better at that in this game. Making it a little less predictable. Ooh, you rolled right into that one. That wasn't a good roll, buddy. There it is. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy? Is that what we say? Let's see, 10.1, 7.3, not as good. Not as good. See if there's anything we're sharing. I'm gonna keep that one for a sec. Nope. The explosive chap is what's his name? Gosh, it's the one with the W, right? It shows here on the rewards track. If you go over here, I forget his name. It's the guy. It's the male one. He's kind of like a sergeant-looking dude. Not him. This guy. Coney Island Manhunt. Schaefer. So level 63. Get to level 63, and that'll open it up. Yeah, we could try that too. I mean, we can't throw them in limited though, unfortunately. But
Supply room access unlocked.
I don't use the traps a lot. Pretty popular in the DZ, of course. You probably already know. But I don't use them. Mostly just because they're so stagnant, you know. I like my skills to be real active. Oh, this is a good one right there. Wyvern with skill damage and calculated. I'll drop that for somebody too. That's a good one. Calculated is nice. Really started liking calculated. Ooh, that's a nice one. Too bad it's got headshot damage, unfortunately. You guys use calculated? So my endless seeker build without hardwired uses calculated, and it's tons of fun. Comes together nicely. Ooh, look at that China Light backpack. Ooh, just what the doctor ordered for what we're running, right? That gives us another variant right there. And a nice Empress mask. I'll drop that for the guys. They might want that Empress mask. It's a good Empress mask. Because I think I already have a good Empress mask. So skill damage 8.2. Where's mine at? Yeah, so I can share that one. But that backpack is beautiful. You see that? Because it's got... I'll roll off the status effects. I mean, we can keep it, but I'd rather have skill haste there. And then that gives us another way to run the same build that we're working on. So... Right on. There's that. Looks like there's another gear somewhere. Might be in the back hatch. Down here. Jump. Right on. Good run. So, I'm thinking... I think we should test this out on just the first 2 checkpoints on District Union, if you guys are willing to do that real quick. And then I'm gonna roll to the White House before I do. Oh, here comes the porn weirdos. No, Daniel Paxton, you should. That's the right way. So yeah, deconstructing everything. Don't leave it on the ground. Because leaving it on the ground, especially when you're farming, you end up looking at the same thing over and over again, and it's just really inefficient. And so, you know, there's that. But also deconstructing, it gives you components, which is really important. Really important. So that's the main reason why you want to deconstruct. So no, that's a good call. Keep your map clean. Directive by Steve. So in order to get the chest and the backpack, you got to do the raid, the Iron Horse raid, and you got to do it on normal mode in order to get those. If you're playing with a team that's done it a few times, you'll get it really fast because they'll all donate them to you because everybody's got those things. So if they raid with it, so you know, do that. If you need to hook up with people that raid, then check out my Discord. Really active Discord, all platforms. So check them out. Also, you can join one of the Tux clans. So that last one worked out really well. Let's go back to our original concept because I think that's probably the stronger of the versions, and then let's see what we can do from there. So we had that, and then technically we weren't originally running the waveform. We might want to keep it on though, because it is probably the stronger version. But we could run. We'll put that back on. See, I just don't like that crit chance there. That really bothers me. You know what I mean? On a build like this, that skill haste would be really, really nice to have. So we're at 14.7 seconds. So yeah, that puts on 0.47 seconds there. And so I can take off the second piece of China. let me see here. Yeah, so if we put our Grupo here, I'm trying to think. So we could get rid of this Hannah. No, one piece of Hannah is good because it's giving us that skill haste. We like skill haste on this build, right? We like skill haste. So I'm trying to think about, because if I run this, that's like running 2 pieces of skill haste, right? That's like running a Hannah. We're gonna lose 5% damage, but what would we gain by moving? What would we gain? Skill damage. No, because we could run 2 Hannahs. We could run 2 Hannahs, and that would give us skill. And so this is less damage. So it would only make sense to run this backpack if we weren't running this chest. And so we could put on, hold on a second, I'm thinking through this. So we could put on, what if we got our Empress to be in here also by putting on Empress this and an Empress chest? Do I have an Empress chest? I might have it in my, ooh, I might have a Grupo chest too, right? Actually, I might have a Grupo chest with explosive delivery on it. Oh no, it's the grenade one, I think. Where's that? Grupo. No, let's look in the stash. So there's Empress chest there, Empress chest there with tag team, but nope, we need that talent. So it's got status effects, we don't like that. Caesar's guard, I don't like that. We need to have that chest piece talent, so I might not have the right pieces for this to test it out. We need to be able to change out. See, that one's got Mad Bomber, skill haste and status effects, which is not the worst, but I'd rather have skill damage. A glass cannon doesn't make sense of these. You actually get more power without it. You see, that's Mad Bomber.
An agent has left your group.
Group of CD Stanley. We just got a spot open. If you hear me, appreciate everybody that was running with me so far. Yeah, okay. So that's not gonna make sense to run that backpack. So we're gonna go back to our original concept and test it on Legendary to see how it does. So Wyvern, and then here we had the Grupo. There. And then on this side we had that second piece of China. There we go. For the skill haste. We could also go second piece of, we could go skill damage too, but let's take a look. I think skill haste is good for that sticky. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the help, man. Oops, I said buggy, but you know what I mean. That was buddy. All right, so we got an open spot. So CD Stanley, if you hear me, I am down to have you added. Otherwise, appreciate that directive by Steve. Thanks for following, bro. Thanks for the support. Oh, there we go. We got our 4th guy. Cool. All right, I'm pretty much ready. Yeah, anybody's Swag King got in, so cool. All right, OG Dancer Bear, hang tight, man. If somebody else leaves, you're in. So we're gonna go test this build in Legendary. Let me see if I can get rid of a couple of things before I go, because my backpack is full, as usual. Let's go crappy one in there. Might as well get rid of that. I got too many of these. Need to make sure we can pick up gear, right? That tactical Super 90 build. I hope you guys are trying that one. Oh, that was build is that's a money build. It's a money build. I could get rid of some contractor's gloves that we don't need right now. I like to have at least 10 slots. You know what I mean? For farming. All right, that's good. Cool, we're ready. I'm ready. I'll hang out here whenever you guys are ready. So, I'll show you the build again in a second. So the question is, do you want to use waveform? So the deal about waveform is that it's not really gonna help the talent on the chest, right? And that's a really big part of this build. So explosive delivery is sort of a big deal. but you got to look at that more like it's more like a concussion grenade. It really is, because we're getting 100% value of the concussion grenade, and you can throw it. It's like having unlimited concussion grenades. Now, the one thing we haven't tested is the Acosa's backpack, and I don't think I have that in my stash, so I'd have to change characters to do that, which is fine. We can do that after this. But Acosa's is kind of nice, because all you have to do is huck a grenade, and you're never going to run out of grenades if you just use it once every 60 seconds. And then by doing that, you get overcharge on your own skills. So that's pretty cool. But so this is basically where we started, and I think it's my favorite of the set. It's got everything you need, power and haste. So let me make sure we got the right mask here. So there we go. So we got skill damage there, right, with skill haste, and then we got this. It's all about the explosive delivery. So the waveform doesn't really help explosive delivery, but it helps your skills power for sure. And so by rolling the second piece of China Light, that's helping explosive delivery. It's helping us throw out our hive faster, and it's giving us more drones as well to do more damage. So that's sort of the way I'm looking at it, you know. But you can definitely go more damage too. So we're not going to do the entire legendary here because the gear's not that good. So we're just going to do the first two checkpoints, and then we'll keep playing open world stuff. So let's do this, boys. If you're ready, I think everybody's here.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
If we die, just because I'm testing, that's okay. So basically, you want to get nice and close, and then double toss. See how that does. Everybody bleeding, huh? Gotta watch out to those grenaders, because they got their eye on me. See, on these tanks, they're just not gonna like that 2 million explosion, you know what I mean? Damn, every time I pop my head up though, huh? I mean, the unfortunate thing is you gotta play in tight, right? Like, you gotta play in tight. Look at this. Oh, he's out, not in the map. So let's go through that tank back there. Nice. You gotta play it tight because you only have so much toss on that. Speaking of, fuck. They love to do that. Like, they can smell when you're like at a vulnerable position. I'm using too many medkits because of that. Because I'm not patient. So once you get all the tanks down, you can start pressing in, which is what I'm gonna do. And the reason why I want to press in is because if we can get to that helicopter, we can get rid of all of those drone ladies, right? Might die doing this because I'm all alone, but I might just live too. Oh, they stood me up. Fuck.
Agent down. Agent vital signs 0.
Oh, good, gentlemen. I'm glad you tried that. What up, Wick the Swede? Destroyer of words. Destroyer, there you are, man. See, if you don't go after those drone people, they're just gonna they harass you to hell, right? It is totally worth the risk on the first checkpoint to get to that helicopter. It's just worth it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, and if you die in the process, then restart and it's not much of a loss. Oops, I have a shotgun now.
Immediate medical assistance
Guy keeps
needed.
standing up. Get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck around with the drone ladies. Like, why are you letting them torture you? Kill them. You gotta hunt them down because they hunt you down. You know what I mean? Gotta hunt them down. Our problem is we're gonna get these stingers here in a sec, right? Because I'm standing in the kill zone. So there's that. Unlimited. You see that? Unlimited 2 million explosions, basically. Oh, we got a stinger here. Still up.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Yeah, that's nice. It works. I felt like though there were a couple of instances there where the BTSU gloves would have been handy on legendary. You know, because there's some delay time there where like I only had 1 or 2. Hey guys, let's restart that. Let's restart that so we can try to get the let's try to get those helicopter ladies as they're coming down.
Good night. Old age should burn and brave close at day.
Oh, but you know what? I gotta travel to the White House. I mean, to the safe house to do that. Unfortunately.
The light. Though wise men at their end, no dark is right, because their words had fought no lightning they. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Oh, come on. I'm just traveling to a safe house. We can go a little faster than this, right? Jesus! Really? Really? I mean, I got really fast internet, so... And a brand new Xbox, so why? Why do you go so slow? Yeah, so there were, you know, so there was a second, like maybe at least one time I was like, oh, I could use the overcharge here. Or, you know what I mean? There was at least one time where I felt like I could have used that overcharge. Which would have benefited the whole team anyways, right? But it worked out great. You don't have to have the overcharge. I just felt like there would have been one time where it would have been nice. Jesus, this fast traveling is ridiculous. It might be because it's just... Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, let's try that again. So I had to go back to the reason why I had to fast travel is because I needed armor kits. And you can only do that. You have to go back to the safe house, right? So... kind of annoying. So I'll show you the build real quick again. So this is the build. I think the Hannah backpack is pretty much ready to go. And then you do want one piece of China Light. It doesn't have to be on your chest, but that's where we have ours. Explosive delivery is a must. And then 2 Gruppos are giving you that explosive damage. We could also go with the waveform holster for more damage there too, but I don't know. Didn't feel like we're exactly lacking on damage. It was mostly having the haste is an important part of this, I think. All right. So let's see if these guys are looking good.
Got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
So like catching this group, like you want them to, the more they're bunched up, the better, right? So it's like catching them as they're bunched up is a big deal because then you're gonna get more efficiency out of your explosives. So last time, one of the problems that I was, I'm thinking I have to adjust to playstyle. I was like, you got to be careful how much of a tip of spear you're going to be because you are an all yellow skill build. The thing is that you are, oh, we got overrun on the left.
Agent out.
But you only have such a, you can only throw so far. You know what I mean?
Serious
Ah,
trauma
fuck.
detected. Agent killed.
Yeah, tech support's nice because then you can stay hidden. You know, tech support's nice if you don't want to pop up. The problem is that we have to shoot because of what should we call it? In sync. We have to shoot. In sync expires every 5 seconds. So if you're not shooting, then you don't get in sync. And then so combined arms is stronger than tech support, and it expires every 3 seconds. So you have to shoot anyways, I guess is my point. Oh, how are we taking damage there? Really? Who's got that incredible fucking angle? That is amazing angle, man. Wait for them. You see, we got to get rid of the tank so we can't push. If there's tanks alive, you can't push because they ended up shooting you. Gotta get that other tank too. Oh, damn it, we missed the fucking women again. Yeah, we gotta restart. One more try. Shitty part about having to restart like that though is like, you know, you use up all you use a med kit and it just goes into the garbage, you know. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, Wick the Swede, like,
Don't let anything stand in your way.
like I'm not even paying attention to polarity switch. I forgot that it was on, as a matter of fact. That actually makes this a little bit harder now that I remember. Good point. It does actually make this a little bit harder that we have polarity switch, but I forget that polarity switch is even on because the build ignores it, and that's kind of, you know, when you're playing these shitty builds, I mean shitty events, like polarity switch isn't that fun, right? Like it's good to have builds that basically ignore it. Yeah, this left flank is pretty vulnerable because they get quite an angle on you. So careful over here. Yeah.
Vital signs critical. Agent down. Agent vital signs 0.
Like everybody that goes, it's sort of the left, playing left forward is a trap. Like the best cover are these anywhere you see a dumpster. So that dumpster right there is a really good cover. Yeah. So you want to like those deep that dumpster next to the truck or whatever that is. That's a good piece of cover. The double dumpsters over there are a really good piece of cover. And then where JMac is sort of decent eventually, but not right away. Yeah, you are hardly ever shooting. You just need to put a bullet out once every 5 seconds. So if you can do that, then in sync is worth it. But if you can't shoot, then, you know,
You've got your objective.
I don't know. Not running a gun is not an option, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You have to have a gun on your build. So if you're not able to shoot, then I don't know what to tell you.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Normally I was throwing the hive out first, but I tried the seeker to see if that made a difference. I think the best way to go is the hive. More overall damage. Okay, we gotta get the tanks. If you don't get the tanks, then... Do you guys know why the tanks are a target? Not because we're trying to rush, but the tanks are the only thing that can get behind you. And then the other ones are the
Agent out of action.
the drone ladies. So that's why they're your #1 priority, especially in this checkpoint. They're the only things that can flank you. So anything that flanks is going to be a threat.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
As a matter of fact, speaking of tanks that flank, I think we got one behind us. Right? I see a red dot behind us. So we might be screwed and have to start over. If we don't get this one, then we'll just not do legendary. It gets kind of boring. Yep, we're flanked. All right, guys, let's just bounce. Let's go back over here. Because we got outflanked again. So
Vital signs critical.
sometimes it's just not in the cards.
Agent down. Agent killed. An agent needs assistance.
What's the JMAC? Yeah, with the Swede, polarity switch isn't an issue with any of the skills. But it just so happens that we have Luna League, I guess is what it's called. So Luna League gives you you get, you know, basically these trophy things for having explosives and bleed. And let's get up our guy and then let's bail. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll show you the event in a minute, but Luna League is, so basically you got to get explosive kills and you got to get bleed onto the enemies. And so both of the skills that we're running give you bleed and explosive kills. The Stinger Hive is considered explosive damage, so it's helping out a ton. Oh, the JMAC is a person. It's a human being. I gotta catch up to the Geisha boy and his 150 red stars. Oof. So let's see how many red stars. So let me show you the events. So for those of you that aren't aware of the events that's going on right now, some people skip over these. So here's the Luna League. So you get explosive kills and hostiles bled. So you gotta get those, right? And there's a lot, right? 500. As you can see in week 1, I already completed it. So we're just kind of doing it just cause. But, and then the bleed. And so by doing that, you get these rewards tracks, right? And it looks like we've probably, yeah, so we finished that out. And then the other event that's going on is Polarity Switch. And so we got 41 red stars here. And then Polarity Switch is at this, you see at the very bottom, skills and grenades are not affected. So super helpful with these events that just aren't very fun, right? So, like, Legendary and Polarity Switch is really hard, which is what we were just doing. And so, that's like, because our guns were, the guys' guns, I'm not sure what builds they were even running, but some of them were effective, some of them weren't. So, like, you gotta keep switching weapons, right? You gotta keep switching, every time you reload, your weapon becomes basically ineffective. So, okay, so here's the build as we're running it. I need to grab my BTSU gloves while I remember. But I think, like, there was a couple of moments. So, like, if you decide to run this in Legendary, I think the BTSU gloves would be really advantageous in Legendary. you know, when you coming across like really, like 3 really, it was only in the Chunga moment when the Chungas came down. I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have the BTSUs or the tanks in the very beginning. But when they come down, it's you know, you throw out your hive, it's gonna exhaust it really quickly because they're gonna suck up all of your hive, and then you know you can keep throwing out the explosive, but if you also want the hive stingers to come out, then you know being able to overcharge it at that moment, you know, just wait an extra couple of seconds and it'll be full would be a big plus, you know. So yeah, I mean, I can show you what we mean here actually, because we can put that on now and then run our second piece of group row down there. Good way to use the BTSU gloves if you haven't used those in a while. So we got a couple of wasted slots, but hopefully with the, you know, because I got crit chance here, right? And then armor regen there, and we don't need armor regen. And so, but the BTSU gloves are going to give us 50% more hive skill haste, so that should net, well, actually it's technically less because we'd have 20% there. So, but we've made up for a lot of that. And then we're being able to do the overcharge every 2 minutes is going to hopefully even that out a little bit more. So. JMac. Oh, so that's the JMac you were talking about. Gotcha. I'm on the same page with you now. Mean Machine. So I'm waiting for Lighter because I'm going to reset the map. So if he's not at a good place, then, well, I better just do it. We'll get the notification. So resetting the map, you got 30 seconds. Hopefully you're in a good place. So we can farm. So, yeah. So, I mean, most of you guys probably have all these pieces laying around, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? I think that out of all of this is like, you know, getting the Gruppos with the skill damage on it and skill haste on it, both of those is, I mean, the truth is that it drops more frequently than you would think that it would drop. The problem is that the rolls aren't always God rolled, right? So, you know, you're gonna end up having to spend some resources to optimize it. But like on, you know, so you can have the group, but you can, it's nice to get like the Gruppo everywhere, you know, like get it on your, mask, get that Gruppo on your gloves, get the Gruppo for your holster. Those are probably the easiest, you know, in the knee pads, but trying to get it on your chest and your backpack could be pretty hard, right? Because you also have to have the right talents. So, and you want that skill tier. But, so they're not that rare, but you might be better off just optimizing them, you know. I hate when they run behind me like that. So you don't need to be shooting all the time either, right? You only need to be shooting when you're deploying your skills or when your skills are active, right? But like, it's mostly a skill thing. It's not a weapon thing. That's not why we're shooting, you know? Ooh, we got plagued. Yeah, we're outmanned here. Oh, thanks for the hive. I'm not gonna waste it on him. Or her. The one thing I haven't been able to use very often is my got that guy in the turret. We gotta get rid of him, huh? Just a nuisance. You see how I shot right there? I only needed to shoot to just to proc the in sync. So you don't need to shoot a lot. You know what I mean? Just a couple of bullets.
You can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
See, that's the problem. You do find yourself standing in vulnerable positions to get to where you need to be. But we got it done. So here I can throw out my thing. So now I'm running to BTS, so I'm going to overcharge right now. Jesus Christ. What a waste of an overcharge. Like, what an incredible angle somebody had on me. Where did that guy... Oh, he's behind me. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, yeah, your angle made sense there. Yeah, that guy behind us is going to slaughter us. So take care of him. The outcasts are kind of annoying, but you know they're really good to be farming for. Like if you're using a sniper build, the outcasts are one of the best to play against because they have they don't run helmets, and so all the other factions have helmets. Like the hyenas are some of the worst to play with your sniper build. All the helmets that they use. So if you're like trying to get the most out of a sniper build and you're just kind of casually playing, choose the territories around the Potomac Event Center. Bad toss. Oh, I mean, hive is somewhere. I lose my hive a lot, so that's the thing. But yeah, if you use the colorblind thing, you might have an easier time finding it, as somebody had suggested earlier. Oh, they're all stuck on the other side of the fence. This happens a lot in this control point. It's really annoying. Pull that guy up. Must be her lawnmower. Shoot through the fabric, apparently. It's bulletproof fabric. Bulletproof fabric. Oh my gosh, she's ice skating. Amazing. The amazing ice skater lawnmower lady.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Only one unit, G unit. Right on. Thanks for joining the Players Club, my man. Welcome, welcome. This is a fun build, guys. This is the way to probably go. Like, I mean, so the thing is like with the BTS gloves, BTSU gloves, what they're gonna do is make you, I think more better. You're gonna be in better shape with for legendary content. That's what it's gonna do. You don't need it so much for heroic. It's sort of, you know, you're fine without it. You could go more into the damage side in heroic if you want to, but for legendary, I would definitely go with the BTSU gloves. And it's about the chungas and the tanks, having those big tanky targets. You know, you're gonna need the explosions and the stingers to be both on your side. Oh, this guy's just gonna annoy the hell out of us. He's not even in our target. We don't have to kill him. Look at him just running around, diving everything. Quit diving things. Shooting me as I'm throwing grenades at his face. Oh, I mean, come on, right? Really? Really? I mean, I hit him like 3 grenades and he was just standing his ground shooting at me. I mean, that's a little ridiculous. I like me some brave NPCs, but woohoo! Better heal up though. I'll have good cover here. We somehow got caught up in this BTSU crap. We don't want these guys. Damn it. Again, I avoid street fights. They're just a waste of time. He's gonna end up taking me out, isn't he? Oh, that's a Warhound convoy. Watch your back. Sometimes it can be, you can confuse your team a little bit too, so look out for that. With the explosions, they can be tricky. Because they think there is something else, you know what I mean? And they're seeing explosions, they think that's an enemy shooting grenades at them. They're not taking damage, of course, but it's just the tricky. Oh, right at the left swag, he's tricky. Nice blind, good blind. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, what I mean by the BTSU gloves, like I didn't need the BTSU gloves there. I mean, they're nice, but I didn't need them. You know what I mean? Like we did just fine. Did just fine. So only one unit, G unit. Welcome to Players Club, man. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second as I was handling business, but appreciate your support, man, and taking up the hardcore Bandido member level, which is top tier, man. Appreciate that. So one cool thing about being a hardcore member is that you get access to digital download gamer music playlists that you can both stream and download that are available on YouTube and SoundCloud. So actually the link to the latest one is right here in this live stream. So check it out in the description area. But also, since you're new to the Players Club altogether, then you've now got access to the classified builds, the members only builds. And you can find those just by going to my YouTube page. The top level is all the members only content. Oh, we need that assault rifle. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's at the top of my YouTube page is a members only playlist, basically. So it'll give you access to all of the classified builds and live streams, members only live streams that I've done to date. So that's an easy way to find it. And then also the latest classified build is also linked in the description area. So you can, I recommend starting with the most recent and working your way backwards. But appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting me in the whole Division 2 community and the cause. Keeping the dream alive. I see you, Mr. Rob. What's up, brother? Thanks, Daniel Paxton. Yeah, the 20 mil sticky. Yeah, that one was fun too. So also if you guys didn't see, I did the strongest explosive build, which isn't too far off from what we're running here. And let's do some Lincoln Memorial, gents. The deal is with the strongest explosive build is it basically one China. It's not too hard to put together, you know. It's pretty similar to what we've done. We've just taken away the waveform. That's one of the big differences. And then in a group setup, you can get the sticky over 21 million. Solo, you're about 15 million, give or take. So a ton of fun. Yeah, I'll show the build here. Destroy your words. So here's where we're at, and so lots of different ways to go. Okay, lots of different ways to go. That's kind of interesting. So I went with the BTSU gloves, which is makes it more flexible to run in legendary content when you come against those real tanky dudes. But I got 2 pieces of Grupo here, and so that's giving us that 50% explosive damage. Now I wish they had skill haste, but they don't. But they're both maxed out with skill damage and skill tier. And so I got 1 Wyvern for the nose, the mask, and then the China Light with explosive delivery. Tons of fun. And so each one of those explosives from explosive delivery is hitting at about 2 million. And so you got basically unlimited 2 millions. And so then we're running the Hannah Yu named backpack for perfect combined arms. And so explosive delivery is based off of your concussion grenade, which is about 2 million. So many ways you can go. Somebody pointed out you could go with the vial mask. You can go with the waveform. You can do no exotics. We even tried the memento, and the only reason why I didn't use the memento is because I'm running in a team, and it was just kind of taking too long to get our stacks up, and so that's the only reason. But
Memorial and remove the True Sons forces. They maintain this outpost. True Sons will be direct threat to Kansas.
so if we can get to that door, this is where I'm headed. You know what I mean? There they are. And then if we... So I busted the hive, I think I did? Yeah. And then here comes the big heavy chunga. And then an explosion. Good blind, good blind. Oh, don't hit me with that. Fuck you.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, you want an explosion back? There's an explosion. Returning the favor. They got him though. They got him. Alright, so we got, I think, chess pieces here, right? So, good stuff.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Yeah, this is one of those builds that would be worth probably, like... God rolling all the way out, you know what I mean? Like, today's one of those days, like, you should, you can farm this event over and over. You know what I mean? And just take advantage of all these really cool drops you can get. So... See, we're just throwing that back to back to back. And that's why you need the skill haste, because you only need one drone to throw it out, right? Good run, good run. Good morning, Dr. Hannes. Okay, so here we want to get it. Oh, we got rogues. I guess it's a good test. So BTSU gloves again are going to be good for the rogues. Again, tanky targets are, if you're going to encounter those. But I think without you know, big tanky targets, I'd probably go the other way. You know, not use the BTSUs. Probably use something like the waveform or no exotics.
Rogue fixer drone detected.
Overcharge there. You going up? Yes. Oh, that rogue.
Rogue assault turret detected.
Up there on the turret. That's annoying, right? The annoying part of the rogues is they heal up. So you damage them and then they heal. So that makes you have to go through the process probably a lot more. Ooh. Is that behind us? Oh, that's behind us. Oh, that's a bad place for a turret.
Serious trauma
Yeah.
detected.
It's a nasty place for a turret.
Agent out of action.
Sneaky though, right? You see where he dropped it?
Detected.
This smart little rogues. Wayne, you're in Cali. Right on, right on.
Rogue sniper turret detected.
No, I don't think we're gonna make it. I'll bleed out here.
Agent needs assistance.
Yep.
Agent killed.
So I got a couple of good assault rifles to continue our test for Ranger. I still prefer if we had assault rifles on the map when we're farming it. So I mean, so we can farm it and test the assault rifles at the same time, because there's a lot of variations to go through. But I mean, you ended up with that SOCOM MK16 is up there. The AC, is it the ACR? I think is the other good one.
Target lost.
So this SOCOM right here will be a good one because it's got damage to targets out of cover and Ranger, so I can re-roll that one. Really nice versions. All right, let's get a business. Oops, I accidentally threw it out again. Overcharging. What's up for those rockets? Yeah, I like when they're grouped up like that, though. Perfect. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's how we wanted to play out.
An agent needs assistance.
Chugga back there. Let's go get him. He looks like a ripe target for me. A little bit behind him. Oh, that missed. There we go. Good job, boys.
I repeat, the compound is all
See if we
clear.
got anything good.
That can't be all.
Chain killer, weapon in there. That's a nice one. Maybe somebody wants that. I just got one. See, Petrov, weapon handling, intimidate. That could be good. I'd take off the intimidate though. Perfectly calculated. Ooh, that's not excellent. Explosive resistance, God rolled. Yeah, that's a good one too. Share that. I like explosive resistance actually. Some people aren't big fans, but it works really good in legendary. Fenris with focus, that's a good one too. Actually, for those strongest assault rifle builds we've been building lately, Fenris with that would be a nice one. Military, oh, that's a nice one. Oh, can I afford to pick it up though? I say that because, you know, my stash space is very valuable. Inventory space and all that. Who's from Colombia? Rolly Petrov. Petrov Overwatch is kind of nice, right? I was thinking about that for like the LMG builds. You know, the Petrov could be really a nice treat for the team when you're running an LMG because you're in cover anyways, right? Explosion, see that? Right there. Boom. One target left. Blow her up, or she's dead. She's dead. Pick up our skill. Go, nice. Still more coming, huh?
True says they turned the water into base.
Ooh, I hear a nemesis in the background.
Isaac can't access data on the
Somebody's got the Nemi.
Stay alert.
I hear a little tink.
Know what you're walking into.
Ooh, lots of Petrovs dropping today. Another Overwatch one. With armor regen, it's not bad. Wayne 187. Hot girls and boys. I don't know how to get rid of that yet. I need to look it up. Dr. Hannes, appreciate the donation, bro. Appreciate that. I don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can they do that? You know what I mean? Get into our chat. Like, it's pretty fucking clever.
C2 detected.
Heads up.
Whatever that bot is. You don't know, guys. Like so every time they do, we're blocking it. Like I block them and I remove them as a participant, right? Like literally like kick them out, and so they can no longer chat. And then like 10 minutes later, a whole nother one comes in with the same username and all that stuff, and it's still, you know, they still get to us. This is like, man, I don't know what do I gotta do? I mean, do I gotta buy special YouTube software? I mean, what? You know? Shouldn't be that way. YouTube should be the ones protecting us from that, right? Not me. It shouldn't be my job. What am I doing? You know? You know what I mean? Am I right? Or should it be my responsibility? Should I have to buy software for them? And it's YouTube's chat, right? YouTube should be protecting us from that crap. There we go. There we go. Boom. Oh, I'm sort of nostalgic about this build, guys. Like, I remember running this back in the day. I mean, it was different, but the same, you know? The talent, that is. The good old days. Gonna overcharge this one. Nice. Definitely getting our explosive bleed kills. This is probably one of the faster ways to do it. See, before we were running the sticky bomb, as Mr. Rob pointed out, and which is really fun and a really exciting way to play too. It's just that the hive being an explosive skill is definitely adds to that a lot because it gets a lot of kills. It's got such a nice range on it, right? Ooh, look at that Overlord piece. Kind of interesting, huh?
According to the schematics I
You have to delete that.
we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
I need resources, so I gotta grab all this stuff. Also, I'm farming backpacks and chest pieces like no other. You see what I'm saying? Like, their colors aren't even making a difference to us, right? Like, I don't even care about the colors. Explosion. Another explosion.
Agent down.
Oh, we lost some spawn. Spawn control. Oh shit, they're upstairs. Right on. We're cruising. So I'm thinking about doing a double mop build, and then using gunslinger, and like switching through the mobs. Lots of red on the build. I think that's gonna be one of my next builds. All right, all right. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. He ran the right way, didn't he? I don't know if that's secure. Oh, I dropped my hand. Why are they shooting at me? Come on, there's a whole squad. I run to the back, get this next wave.
An agent needs assistance.
I'm a big fan of spawn killing. Sure off. Overcharge that. Yeah, they're upstairs. Watch this. See if this works. Oh, I got electrocuted. How much of you left is there, buddy? Ping! What do you guys think? Tardigrade?
Go on ahead, back up. The team from the campus is taking
I bet you that's
position
tardigrade.
inside the memorial.
Tardigrade! Oh, look, these damn web chat people can see what I'm saying? So I delete them and they're gonna come right back. Destroyer words. If you're farming protection from elites, go to Roosevelt Island. I'll drop that. I know they're not gonna need it, but okay, say on it. Capture armor, defectoration, software. No, none of those are good. If anybody needs a component, go ahead and destroy that. I don't need it. Fenris with glass cannon. Ooh, that's a nice one. Status. I'd roll off the status effects. Nice little glass cannon Fenris piece. Predictive nose. No. Well, way back here, huh? Alps, Murakami. Skill damage, tag team. That's kind of interesting. But running, I mean, you know, I look at the Murakami when I run like the, oh, what is it called? The Emperor's Guard knee pads. But you know, running 2 pieces gives you repair skill, so that's the synergy I'm after when I do that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. They should be sending me a damn check though, advertising their stupid little thing. I mean, that's what I'm saying, you know? Damn them. I don't know. But it's annoying just because they keep coming back no matter what I do. And it's just like I gotta go invest in some special software to get rid of them. I mean, come on. Let's be nice. Right on.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sons'
Oh, look,
infrastructure.
gear waiting out here for us.
Confiscated a massive cache
What do we
of
miss?
weapons
Cheska?
and eliminated a stronghold near the campus.
Don't need it.
You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
What do you guys want to play next? What mission should we do next? Any requests? So I can continue. We could continue to do backpacks. I'm totally cool with that. We could do Tidal Basin. The gear kind of sucks in Roosevelt, so I prefer not to do that. But Capitol building's not bad. This could work out really nicely in Capitol too. Open world or missions, you guys call it. Ooh, we got a challenge complete. Let's check out how many red stars we got while we're here. So 45. We're not going fast enough there. We need more red stars. I do find that you can collect more red stars a little if, you know, when you play a little bit more solo gameplay too. By the way, I do. That's, you know, just also live streaming. I'm talking a lot and changing builds, so that's definitely slowing us down. So it's not the team, not the people. I'm just saying like solo, just because you can go from one mission to the next faster, and also it's not as scaled up. So, what do you guys want to play? Swag, Lighter, J-Mac, you want to do you think Legendary is too much of a pain in the ass in this game mode? Because we can go do Capitol Building. I think Capitol Building's got shotguns. That's the only Legendary that'd be worth it. We could also go into the Summit. I could farm assault rifles in the Summit. I wouldn't mind that. Or we could continue to do backpacks. So, Wick the Swede, we got a vote. One vote for Capitol Building. Destroyer Words, why did I think you were in Australia? Why do I think you're in Australia? You're not in Australia? This would be a fun building, Capitol Building. But the only thing is the game mode kind of makes it a pain in the ass, depending on what they're running. You know what I mean? Like if they're running like DPS builds, it sucks. Yeah, so he's running a DPS build, so that really sucks in Capitol Building. He is running 2 different rifles, so he's switching through them, so that's not bad. But it does add a layer of annoyance until he's basically doing the same thing. Let's see what Swag is doing. Yeah, so they were all running DPS. I mean, they might change. So we could turn off the event too. CD says I'm down for anything. All right, let's do Capitol Building. I'm just trying to think if we should do it with the event on, though. You know what I mean? It definitely changes the dynamic. I mean, you got some guys that are absolutely invulnerable. You know? You did punch a Joey in his face. I was just watching that the other day. Have you guys seen that short or meme or whatever of the guy getting in a boxing fight with the kangaroo? I mean, like, it's a real life situation. They got caught on camera. So the kangaroo was like, had the guy's dog in like a chokehold. He was chokeholding the dog, and the dog's owner came running through and was like to get the dog out, and then like the kangaroo kind of like stood up and like basically squared up with the guy, and so the guy squared up with him too, and just kind of and gave him like a right cross to the chin, and then like the kangaroo was just like, what? funny as hell. Have you seen that? I'm sure you guys have, because I mean, it's like probably got like billions of views on it. Okay, so I'm gonna switch this over to legendary. So remember, we have the event on, boys, so obviously my build sort of bypasses it, but it still affects me to a degree. Makes it harder, you know, so. So you could also switch your skills up. So like up front, for example, I mean, like I'm gonna show you. We're gonna let's take the bridge. So if we take the bridge, all right. So if we take the bridge, then we can skip the chunga and the dogs. So I don't know if you guys knew that. A lot of people know that, but if you didn't know that, the strategy is to take the bridge like right away. If you take the bridge right away, you will bypass the chunga and the warhounds, which are really annoying phase, right? So that's what our goal is going to be, is to take the bridge. And my favorite way to take the bridge is, and it's definitely risky, but I run right into them. I go running right into them, just go run right through them. And then what I'll do is I'll drop my hive right on them, and hopefully that gives me my invisibility shield, the cloak, you know. But sometimes you can die, so it is risky, but I usually make it like, you know, 3 out of 5 times I'll make it, you know. But if you capture that bridge, then you skip a whole annoying waves. Those warhounds and the chunga's not really a problem, but the warhounds are really annoying. So we're gonna try to bypass that. I'll show you what I mean. Destroyer of Words fault for bringing it up. Talking about the Joey. I'll post up the build here real quick while you guys are looking. I'm gonna delete that. Hannah, you with tamper proof? Not a bad idea, but I'm gonna have to delete it. But yeah, so like, feel free to swap out your skills with this build. You know, as you're kind of like figuring, like for different phases, like the sticky bomb would actually be pretty convenient here. But I'm not going to, because of the bridge. And so when I get to the bridge, I'm going to use the hive. Oh, somebody must have found Cassie Mendoza. She's closed. All right, there we are. We're out here. Let's rock. Let's rock and roll. All right, guys. So I'm gonna run straight for the bridge. All right, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna swarm on me, but then they're all gonna jump off the bridge. So. Gonna do this. Oh, I didn't make it. Yep, I didn't make it. But I might scare them off anyways, which is good. That scared them off. That's good. Oh, it won't let me climb. What the fuck? It won't let me climb. I can climb to him. I might have been just a little bit too late on my I got him. Yeah, I guess not. Oh, I guess I did. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. It's okay if we die. We'll just start over. Better to die than get go. And there's a good chance of us dying because I didn't make it. Like, it's the timing about that is to try to. You got to do a tuck and a roll right at the bottom of the staircase, and I think I might have been 2 steps too late. Here they're back again. These maniacs. All right, we're gonna try that again. Oh, well, it won't work now because you gotta be first. So. See if I can pick it up there. So he might punch me, but oh, he did. And then somebody shot me. Look at it, he's just taking those stingers like a champ, though. Yeah, and we're down. So yeah, you got to be first. I took the risk in it anyways, but you have to be the first one running into the field and just go straight up that gate. But yeah, see, it didn't do it. It was pointless. It was pointless to get up here now because now we got the dogs. So it's all pointless now. You see, the problem with the dogs is they can reach us all the way back here with their grenades. I didn't even know cut them. Go watch that sniper.
An agent needs assistance. Polarity fluctuation detected. Serious alarm detected. Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated.
Yeah, guns have your weapons have real little effect on these guys,
Signs 0.
if any at all. Wrong color, right color, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Vital signs critical.
That dog has got to go though. In there in the fucking. These grenades are so random. Oh, the drone lady. Oh, god damn it, I should throw my hand out faster. Fucking drone lady, man.
Agent down.
Gotta take out the drone ladies, right? Like, that's so annoying. Look at that, I mean, she's just spamming us. This is one drone lady, too. Look at that, she took out 2 of us. There's 2 of us. Let's see if that drone lady can take out the whole team.
Agent vital signs 0.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now they're spread out. So we had them cornered, like rats in a corner, and that drone lady just saved them, right? One drone lady, that's all it takes. One drone lady.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, she's gonna wipe the whole team. Because our drones hunt you down, you see that? And then they stop you from getting people up, right?
Go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and reign close of day.
You got her up, you got him up though.
Rage.
So where is she? Where is she on
It's
this
the
map?
dying of the light.
Oh, she must be top left. Yeah, there she is, yep.
At their end,
There's a sniper with her too, so
because their words
that's not making it very fun.
do not go gentle into that good night.
Oh my gosh, she's a nightmare.
Rage.
Endless waves of hunt you down drones. They hunt you down. I mean, you could be out of sight, around corners, hiding. Look at this. Like, there's 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in the air right now. Wow. An Olympic drone lady. What do you think she spawns those things out of? What crevice are they spawning out of, right? Those poor lighter. He's just like dodging drones like it's an Olympic sport. There you go, that'll help a little bit though. Just stay away from that turret a little bit. They suck your, even if you survive them, they do suck your med kits up, right? A lot. Saludos, Chicha Rezi. Saludos, saludos. There's one of them. Drone lady. Purple. Oh, she's going back up though. You tried, lighter. That was a tough situation. Appreciate you, Commander. Yeah, we had him on the run for a minute there. We had him on the run. That drone lady saved their butts. One drone lady was everybody's nightmare. You know what I mean? Like, she's the worst. You gotta have an answer for the drones, basically. Which we did. The funny thing is that they didn't spawn out of the right door. They spawned out of the left door. Which I'm used to them like going out of right, left. You know, kind of thing. Right, left. Right, left. Yeah, that's right. All right, I'll check that out, man. I gotta check that out because I thought that. Thanks for checking into that, bro. Appreciate that. Look at this overcharge going. Not gonna like what I got for you. Come some more stingers. Mega stingers too. They're overcharged. So you got singers, they're still going strong. We still got 10 left in there, huh? Is that just the dogs? I think we got rid of all the little peeps. Let's get that yellow guy on the left there, though. Get rid of him. Did he just go through the... He did. How did he pull that move off? He went through the little grid area. You know, the support beams underneath the stairs and all that. He went through there. Wow. I watched him do that. He was on the other side of those stairs and he went through. He's amazing. She's kind of nice because you can just hide back here, huh? Look at that. Look at that toss that we got on that thing. Come back, J-Mac. Gotcha. I'm surprised our hive is still going, though. So our overcharge is almost back, so a couple seconds on that. So get your skills out there if you have them. There it is, overcharge. Don't come back and blow me up. Almost, huh? Dog wants a piece of me, doesn't he? We got some. Rushers, rushers. We can get some stingers though. I don't think the hives can get disrupted. Can the hives get disrupted? Yeah, they can. They can, huh? Okay, so my goal is I'm gonna go left, and then I gotta get my hive at the spawn door of where the drone lady comes out. You know what I mean? You gotta have a plan, and that is my plan. Here we go, right on time too, because look at that shit. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna be early, but if we can get, I totally thought I was gonna be early to that shit. We were right on time. We almost had the healer guys. Uh-oh, didn't see this guy here. So I don't know if we officially got the drone lady though, but we did take out a bunch of them. I think he is officially capital F. Don't overcharge. Take out these two jokers, huh? Take out this whole group. There's one drone lady right there, huh? Let me clear that corner. He's coming after the guy. Beat that. And that. Oh, I'm getting jumped. Fuck! Get behind. Oh, fuck! We had that shit. We had that. It was that guy from behind me, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, when you're in the fog, they shouldn't get you. Oh, the drone lady is still alive. Okay, we just kept her busy, apparently. Good toss. Swag team. Yeah, that green crate where he threw his turret at is actually really good. That's like where you want your... If you can get your turret there when they spawn, that's ideal. It's like points both ways. Really nice. Okay, so Commander says scroll to the top, then go to YouTube Studio settings. Okay, and then go community scroll. Oh shit! Sorry, I was reading this message here. I didn't know somebody was getting me up.
Agent down.
Thanks, Lighter.
Immediate medical assistance
going anywhere, buddy. He's done. Good job. It's a give us a little credit because it's a little harder with this game mode on. You know what I mean? Like, your weapons aren't effective, right? So, I mean, unless you're in the habit of switching, which you don't always have the time to do it, you know? But we'll manage. I don't remember this puddle being there. All right, let's see. Gila Guard with Spotter. Ooh, that's not bad. I might take that. Like I can pick up much now, huh? Spaz, Covert, no. I appreciate that, Commander Man. You rock. Definitely gonna look into that when I get a second. Fixing it. Alright, and then burn duration. Somebody might need that, so I'll pick it up. Alright, let's get in the fight. I was shooting I had to shoot the, you see what I'm saying? Like I had to shoot that stupid shotgun, the Sweet Dreams, which I never shoot because it's an absolute nightmare to shoot. Right? But that's what this game mode forces you to do sometimes, right? You gotta switch weapons if you're using your weapon. Now the problem was that I threw my hive out too far, so I couldn't grab it. You gotta, it's okay to throw it out far if you know that you can get there, you know what I mean? Dennis Voon, we're going all night, man. Saturday night. Well, if this build wasn't fun, then I might have stopped a little bit ago. It does help, you know, when it time fly, I guess, right?
System malfunctioning.
Ooh, Marine Tornado Killer. Oh, not good enough to keep.
System reactivated.
All right, let's get in. This will be interesting in this hole here. See, they're in tight, so that's the good news, right? Thing is, they can end up sucking a lot of your health kits. You know, I don't run a lot of Stinger Hive builds now that I think about it, you know? I'm not actually a big fan of the Stinger Hive. It's just kind of, you know, a little too defensive for me. You know what I mean? It's like good. It's really good, like keeping people from rushing you and stuff like that, right? But I like this build because it turns it into an offensive tool. Oh my god, these guys! Oh, drones. Get both of them.
An agent needs assistance.
Hey, let me refresh my hive. Overcharge stuff. Okay, well, these boys are fighting a good fight. No, I don't know if I can make it. Not. Alright. So let's see here. Settings.
Agent killed. An agent is no longer in your group. Agent down.
Okay, then go to community. I'm trying to do this block thing, and then go to block links. Euro set and live chat already blocked. It's like, okay, let's try block links. Try that. So I added blocked links, so maybe that'll help. I think that's because looks like URL's already set to default. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it there. Squad, what up? What build do you normally? What build does Chris the Viking asks? What build do I normally run? Oh man, I don't know if I have a normal build that I normally run because I'm always like building something, so I'm always like creating something, you know. So, I don't know. I guess the normal build I would like. I guess the question would go to, well, what's my favorite build right now? I think it's the 4-piece striker with the CTAR. You know, rate of fire with measured on it. And even though you can run the coyote mask with a Grupo backpack, I think it's also really fun to run it with the Memento backpack, just so you can play a little bit more out of cover. But yeah, I like builds I can move trophy to trophy. So, but cool. Well, I think I'll leave it at that, guys. And I think we covered a lot of content here. I think we showed what the build can do. It's a little tough to do these legendaries with this game mode on. Might save that for a different day. But I got to milk this map for every bit of what it's worth. But cool, hey guys, so don't forget to hit the like on this video if you haven't done that. I appreciate that. Comment, subscribe, all the goodies. And then remember, there's links in the description area for the builds that were just released, so check those out. Definitely worth your time. And the last build that was created again was the Super 90, the Surgical Super 90 build, the shotgun build. So tons there to milk, keep you busy for a while. But next week we got a new classified build coming out, actually in the next couple of days. So maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, just not sure. So new classified build, look out for that. All right, y'all, peace. Thanks for kicking it with me tonight. We had a lot of fun. Good 3.5 hour stream or whatever. Yeah, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Woo! All right, catch you later, yo.
Tuxedo out.
Raw flows, and that's how it goes.